Hello there, you're very welcome to the Snooker Legends 900 and the start of a brand new week. It's week 4. We've got 3 players through to the grand final on the 23rd of November already. Andrew Norman, Aaron Canavan, and last week it was Andrew Higginson. So this week we'll be crowning another winner, and delighted to be joined by Lee Richardson, the shirt, he's back, and of course Neil Foles. What do we make of Lee's shirt tonight, Lee? Neil?
Very good. Listen, he never disappoints, does he?
He wanted to take me out for a walk when he saw it. That's it.
Well, you might be the only one.
Yeah, there's a queue, don't worry.
He said very good. That's pretty, I think that's high up.
From a fashion expert like Neil, I'm very happy with that.
In all seriousness though, what a week it was last week. Andrew Higginson, really well fancied. Neil, you thought he was the player to beat, and he's now the new favourite for the tournament.
Well, I mean, look, it looks short, his price is favourite. He's about 4-1, isn't he? But the fact is, look, he's in the last 8, and there's a lot of people got to get there yet, and he's a class player. He's been playing on the tour this year as a top-up, and he's been on the tour for years, so he's probably the favourite. All the people that are in it so far are through.
Yeah, and we've got, of course, 12 new players, so many weeks still to come, 8 in total. Let's take a look at the outright prices. And Lee, if I was to, this is hypothetical, I won't be giving you any money, but if you were to have a bet, if we were to have a 20 quid, looking at some of those names, who do you think represents a bit of value?
Well, there's still, I mean, listen, you've got 3 players already in the final, so if you could put it on any of those 3, you've already got a chance because they're already in it. Everybody else has still got 15 minutes to sweat it out. But, you know, there's some great players there. Michael Holt, Michael Giorgio, Martin O'Donnell. I mean, the list goes on and on. You know, Ross Muir.
Hold on. You forgot the question. You forgot the question. 20 quid on one player.
One person. OK. I kind of fancy Peter Devlin.
Fair dues.
You know, 33-1. Middle of the road. He's as good as everybody else there.
He's probably writing his rap as we speak.
These rappers stick together, you know. Clearly.
And Neil, on that as well, some really interesting players actually, and very international as well, with Vito Puopolo as well. We're looking forward to the Canadian champion coming over.
That's going to be very interesting. You know, obviously we saw Levo Mila last week do well. Vito is going to be another one I've not seen, but when you think of all the Canadian players that we've seen over the years, I'm sure he knows how to play this game.
And tonight, obviously, we'll see Vito, and we can take a look at the players' prices for week 4, and we'll then look at the matches. And it is a very open week. Ryan Davies at 7-2, Hayden Pinney at 4-1, Alfie Lee 9-2, Darminda Lilly is at 11-2, Aidan Owens at 7s, Wayne Townsend at 8-1. Then it's 10-1 and bigger the rest, but that doesn't mean that Northern Ireland's Declan Lavery at 10-1 is out of this. And I've seen on Twitter a lot of people actually tipping up Mark Gray. Yeah,
I mean, Mark Gray, he's old school. He's been there and done it. He's a very good potter. He's pretty quick as well. So all these things, you know, are a plus for him. But, you know, Declan Lavery's had a 1-3-1 clearance this afternoon, you know, just practising here. So he knows his way around the table. Darminda Lilly, also a very good player. Aidan Owens just won the Paul Hunter Reunion Championship a couple of weeks ago. So Wayne Townsend can play. I mean, this is a tough week to pick, isn't it? Yeah,
well, Mark Gray is a player that's beaten Jimmy White on Sky in a ranking event back in 1998. That's right. Left-handed player, plays a lot of pool now. But I don't want to forget somebody called David Taylor, who comes in tomorrow, who's been a very fine player for a number of years. And I know one thing, he can still play the game, so don't underestimate him, because ultimately he's the best of all that lot. And
he's coming in tonight here. He's going to be with us in just a few minutes' time. We'll be catching up with the Silver Fox. They told me before he came in he was 79 and he arrived. I thought, what? Really? So it would be really fun to watch him tomorrow night. And it is all about youth at the top end of the market, though. And I think that's really good to see. We've got to remember, as much as we celebrate our legends in this game, this is all about changing the face of amateur snooker.
For sure. And listen, we've already got 3 older people through to the final. So tonight we could see a youngster come through, because they are good tonight. Not that they haven't been good before, but they are real good tonight.
I think there's something to be said for experience, though, and as Lee points out, you know, slightly older players, and that's because they know the game and they can think quickly, you know. And we might see a little bit more of those sort of experienced players, seasoned players, making it through.
Yeah, and of course Alfie Lee, will be catching up with him and his dad Stephen shortly as well. For now, though, let's take a look at the first 4 matches, and that first game will feature Alfie Lee, who is odds on. He's the favourite to win this, 4-7. Wayne Townsend is also odds on. He's 10-11. Wayne Townsend's put on his social media that he's had problem with his tip today.
Yeah, no, actually, that Wayne is slightly odds against those prices. Not quite right. Alfie Lee's a 4-7 chance, though. That's a close game, I think, that one, to be honest with you. I have to say, I'm a big Wayne Townsend fan, but I'm looking forward to see Alfie Lee play. I'm not sitting on that fence, I know, but that's kind of how I see that.
Wayne Townsend's a very good player. Alfie Lee, I've not seen a lot of him, but I've heard a lot of stuff about him, you know, so I sort of favoured Alfie Lee there. I fancy the prices roughly okay. Mark Gray, I fancy him against Declan.
Well, listen, Declan Lavery, I know, has got a good reputation. I know that he plays against a lot of good players in Belfast. Mark Gray's somebody that has been on the tour, and he's turned it to Paul more so in recent years, and he played Mosconi Cup and all that.
Yep.
That's a hard thing to come back to, but yeah, look, he's another good player. And I had a couple of pals tonight text me, they thought he would be the player of the night, so he double figures, that's too big.
Right, and of course tomorrow night we'll have 4 new players coming in. Hayden Pinney, Jasmine Bolsove. We're going to mention Jasmine as well. She won the Under-21 Women's Worlds in 2015. She partnered Rianne in the World Doubles the same year, and she ran Ming close in the Worlds this year, so she's going to be quite interesting.
Well, I haven't seen her play, and I'm looking forward to that as well. And like you say, what you've just read out there tells me that she knows how to play, and we saw Emma Parker did earlier on, and on that basis, who knows?
OK, right, let's take a look at the pundits' picks then, and see who's going to be in the money this week. Neil, I think you were edging it last week with Andrew Higginson, and this week we'll go to the shirt to begin with, because you're on the comeback trail. The nap is Hayden Pinney. Tell us more.
I kind of again, I wanted the young blood again, because sooner or later they are going to come through. Hopefully they've had a bit of time to watch a bit of it and see that everybody is twitching up a little bit, that maybe they can learn a little bit from that in the past. So that's why I picked Hayden and Alfie tonight.
Yeah, I think Hayden Pinney's a good shout. He is somebody that was very close to getting on the tour originally. He just missed out, on Q School, and he is a good player, left-handed player from down in Plymouth. So I think he's a fair option at the top end. And
you've gone with Hayden Pinney as your nap, and Wayne Townsend as the outsider.
Yeah, he's an old pal of mine. A little bit of sentimentality there, but he is a very good player. Runner-up in the English Amateur Championship a few years ago, and obviously the shirt, he went for Alfie Lee, and I think we're excited to watch Alfie play, aren't we?
Absolutely, and we're very excited because we have got a new guest in the studio in David Taylor, a legend, former world number 7, and Silver Fox. You're looking fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Great to have you with us.
It's a pleasure to be here.
And how much are you looking forward to getting the queue out again?
Very much. I've been looking at some of the players down there. The standard is quite amazing, really. And I was watching some ladies playing, and fabulous. It's so exciting. The game is really fantastic at the moment. Fabulous.
I played David 39 years ago in the UK Championship, and David beat me 9-4, and my dad had qualified for the final venue at the same time. He was playing Steve Davis on the very next table. We both got beat, to be honest, unsurprisingly.
You've been in a UK final, haven't you?
I have been in the UK final, but the match he's talking about, he's a fabulous player. He was a fantastic player.
He's an old friend of mine.
He really was.
I think I'm just going to leave the microphone and leave the spare to it. But in all seriousness, when you got the call, Darren Morgan pulled out, and I heard David Taylor was joining us. I thought, wow, that's a blast from the past.
Absolutely brilliant. Well, I'm very sorry for Darren. I've known Darren a very long time. I played him at Butlins, actually, when he was about 14, 15. He was a fabulous putter, Fortunately, his safety game was non-existent. So, I was very pleased.
You talk about the safety game. How much have you seen snooker evolve, and just the way the game has changed in terms of safety and attacking?
I think it started with Alex. He changed the game, and then Jimmy came along, but Ronnie has transformed it. I mean, the way he thinks, just everything about his game, is just fabulous. fabulous.
It's not difficult to admire the way Ronnie plays, is it? Let's be honest. I mean, you see him play, and as we're snooker people, we realise how difficult the game is. But doesn't he make it look ridiculously easy?
Absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I really don't know how he does it. How he keeps his cool under so much pressure. I mean, and we're talking about incredible pressure. You know, I mean. I couldn't even contemplate how it must be, but he does it. He makes it look easy.
Can I say very quickly one thing about this man next to me? Right? Cliff Thorburn once said to me, when I was just coming through, he said, if you ever do one thing, never practice with David Taylor, because you won't get a shot all day. Because he'd obviously been through that, and that's true. And I never did practice with him. And that helped me. And I remember him saying it to me, because he was well known, not someone you must practice with. You're just taking the balls out all day long.
Was that true, David? Take no prisoners, even on the practice table?
I was very good in practice.
That's it.
I remember playing, well, this is a terrible story, really. Stephen Hendry was playing, I think it was the Mercantile Credit, and I'm having a game, I'm having a practice, he's walked in, and he said, do you mind if I have a practice? I said, well, it's only for people in the tournament. He said, well, I am in the tournament. Oh, he looked about 12. And I said, oh, I'm very sorry. Of course you can have a practice. So I said, who beat you? He said, I'm still in the tournament. And we finished up having a few games.
Okay.
Yeah.
I beat him.
Of course he did.
Very pleased I've never played him since.
Ruthless, absolutely ruthless. Have you got up to speed on the format of the Snooker Legends 900?
I haven't yet, but I will do. I will do before tomorrow.
You'll be back.
I'm sure Jason will clue me in.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll look after you, David.
Thank you very much.
And we will be seeing David tomorrow night. He'll be one of the 4 new players coming in. Thanks for popping by.
Oh, lovely.
And we'll see you tomorrow night. And, of course, we've got some snooker about to start. Week 4 about to commence. But as we bring David up to speed on the format and the rules, here's the same for you. Each week consists of 12 players. 8 will play on Monday, with the top 4 progressing to Wednesday. 4 new players will join the 4 Monday losers in a new 8 on Tuesday. The top 4 progress to Wednesday. And on Wednesday, the final 8 will battle it out to be crowned our weekly champion. The format is repeated over 8 weeks before our weekly champions contest the grand final. Each night will see 7 matches around some new and exciting rules. And with ball in hand for any foul, the opportunity is there for any player in our 96 field to become the first champion.
Hello, you lovely snooker fans. Let me tell you the rules of the 900. It's a 15-minute frame, which is the 900 seconds, but the players have to contend with a 20-second shot clock. There are no timeouts, but the referee can stop the clock if they do something that would disadvantage a player. Any foul gives your opponent ball in hand, which means you can place this anywhere on the table. If you don't pot a ball, you must hit a cushion. If you don't, it's a foul. And that foul will give your opponent the points of whatever ball you were going for. At the end of the frame, if the scores are tied, we've reached deadlock. A blue ball shootout will decide the winner. And finally, folks, the break-off shot. The cue ball must hit the top cushion and come past the line of the pink. None of that Mark Williams shenanigans going on here. So that's it, folks. Don't take too long. Don't miss.
So there are the rules, that's the format, and what an exciting format it is. I'm delighted to be joined by Stephen Lee and son Alfie. Alfie is going to be playing in our first match tonight. Just how excited are you, Alfie, to be playing in a tournament like this?
Yeah, I'm excited. It's a great exposure. First time on TV debut. I know the player I'm playing against, so there's no pressure really, but I'm looking forward to it.
Cool. I bet you like the sound of that, Stephen, when he says there's no pressure.
That sounded good, didn't it?
It sounded great.
Yeah, look, it's a fantastic format, exciting. You know, it's where the game should be going. You know, bringing in new audiences. fast flowing, quick snooker is what it's all about.
It is quick. I mean, have you been watching the last 3 weeks? Are you all set, ready for the rules?
Yeah, I've watched a couple of weeks. I've seen Dean Sycamore and Matt Ford, the final, and I've seen Aaron, is it Canavan?
Yeah.
I've seen his game, he looked good. But I don't really look too much into it, to be honest. I just look at the time I play,
Yeah,
and turn up and try to do some damage.
and do damage, right? And he's definitely up for this, isn't he, Stephen? And just talking about the exposure and the experience, you know, how much do you think it will benefit Alfie? And I suppose going back to even your early days, just that match experience under the lights.
Yeah, I don't think you can beat it. You can't. You've got to put all the hours in you can on the practice table, having the match exposure. TV is obviously a wonderful thing. It does break it up from all the hard work that you put on the practice table. So, yeah, we're looking forward to it. It's a quick format. Anyone can win it. So
how much practice and how much of your time have you given to Alfie in his very, very short career so far?
Yeah. I'm doing a bit with him. He doesn't think I'm doing bits, so he won't see what I'm doing. But some of the stuff we've shortcutted him, and you know we're trying to get him to be a more solid player, and that's not easy. You've got to put the hours in. There's no substitute for it. It's hard work, and you've got to get to a level, and then you've got to get better as you get better. You know, so all the players are very strong the higher you get. So
Sure.
yeah, we're putting as much time in, doing all Dings academies. You know, we're looking at it, travelling everywhere. So quite exciting.
And Alfie, I've got to ask you, because everyone, you know, we see Alfie Leo, Stephen Lee's son, and everyone talks about Stephen's silky, smooth cue action. How similar do you think you are in terms of your style and everything around the table as your dad?
It's similar, but you'll have to wait to find out.
Well, we will. And we'll be finding out in a couple of minutes' time. And I suppose finally, Stephen, we haven't seen you for a very long time. Your suspension comes to an end pretty soon. Have you got any ambition to be playing competitive snooker again?
I must get asked this weekly, daily, minutely, but no. At the moment, I've got no desire to play again. Let's see what happens in a couple of years' time. Okay. Yeah, I might do something. I've got some exciting things coming up, and you know, I'm also getting older, and my eyes are getting worse, and I never had good eyes to start with. So it's just as you get older, the determination, the fire goes. So I would like to say no. But I'm still capable of playing, so just see what happens in the next 2 years.
Okay, no, but not definitely no.
It's not a no, and it's not a yes. Mm-hmm. But we'll wait and see in a couple of years' time.
Okay, we say you've got so much to look forward to. You've got something
absolutely.
that could be very, very special.
Absolutely. And obviously, there's all these fancy new tournaments is what it's all about.
Yeah,
you know,
and Alfie's future.
Absolutely.
Okay. Great. Thank you so much for joining us. And you've only got a few minutes. We better let you kick on, and good luck in your match against Wayne Townsend. Stay tuned. In a couple of minutes' time, this first match will be underway. See you after the break.
And good evening, snooker fans. Welcome to the Week 4 Snooker Legends 900. First match of the evening is Alfie Lee taking on Wayne Townsend. And I've got the fabulous Neil Folds in the commentary box with me.
You're too kind. Looking forward to this one, Lee. I mean, tonight's going to be very interesting, but this match especially, Wayne Townsend, an old friend of mine, that man, Alfie Lee, looks very determined, left-handed player. Wayne is former English Amateur Championship finalist. His brother Carl Townsend has been a very decent player for a number of years, so he runs in the family.
Yeah, I bet they've had a few good practice sessions together, both great players.
Because Alfie, as you just may have seen a few moments ago if you were watching, son of former leading tour player Stephen Lee, one of the class of '92. So if he's half as good as his dad, he'll be a brilliant player.
Yeah, still waiting to get a glimpse of his cue action now. See if it's as silky smooth as his dad's.
Well, obviously, as we saw there, I mean, he's a left-handed player, which is the one difference, but as you say, it's all in the cue action. Anyway, he's won the safety battle because Wayne Townsend hit that much too thin. What has he left? It doesn't look like anything particularly easy, does it?
No, he hasn't got time to sort of have a look, see if that's a plant that's makeable.
It's hard to play safe if you leave that red up there, isn't it? Now he's got to get on with it. Might be. He made a funny decision there. He's looked at it for a long time and had to end up rushing it.
Yep.
It's strange, isn't it? You end up... You look like you're being methodical, but you have to rush in the end. So he made a mistake there. Got away with it. The commentators on the final of the English Amateur Championship, Wayne Townsend got to the final, was beaten by the odd frame.
By Jamie Bodle.
That's right. Yeah, it's a very prestigious event, as we know. A lot of players in this 900 have won that in the last few years. You haven't got a lot of time to prove yourself, but at least playing on the Monday, if you do lose this match, you get a second go at it on the Tuesday. What a pop that is from Wayne Townsend.
Yeah, that's a confidence builder, that one. Lovely way to start your break off.
If he'd have gone just a fraction further, he may have had an angle to get down for red, but I get the feeling he's slightly off straight the wrong side.
So what's he seen here? Is he just settled for the safety shot, or is that a plant to the right of the pink? Does that? No, safety it is.
I think it was so straight on the blue, there's literally nothing he could do.
So he can try and get him behind the green and the brown here. This looks pretty good.
Wayne Townsend, 6.
You know what? Wayne has improved a lot in the last few years. I mean, someone that I used to practice with. He's been around a while, but I think that his game has blossomed in the last 10 years. I think anyone that knows him might agree with that. He's been around good players all the time, you know, likes of Alfie Burden, apart from his brother, and some other good players, so Robin Hull and players of that kind.
Yeah, could be a bit of cat and mouse in this one now, Neil. This has got 26 balls all over that pocket written on it.
Yeah, but that will make a very interesting finish. That little thick. He's caught one or two safety shots on the thick side already.
Well, I don't think we were expecting this kind of frame from these two, Neil.
I suppose that's right. You never quite know what you're going to get, do you, in this format? Nice pot. Is he any luck? Well, that's not the worst kiss, isn't it? I suppose he wouldn't have deserved anything but a half-decent kiss.
Got his dad's ball run and all.
He looks a confident lad. In the interview there, I thought he gives the impression of being happy to be here and out there and just competing. Some people just shrivel up under pressure. I don't think that will happen to him somehow. I just get the feeling. Sort of a pump action, cue action there. But the cue ball, he didn't want it there, put it that way.
No, he caught it a bit thin, didn't he? The red wobbled in. If he catches it a bit thicker, the cue ball holds up before it hits the cushion. But he's been doing a lot of practice and a lot of travelling. He said he was practicing with Stan Moody, another top youngster, yesterday or the day before. So he's been, travelling around, getting some good practice with some good players.
It's the only way, isn't it? It's a little containing shot, if you like. You've got to be surrounding yourself with good players, I think, in this game. Even if you've got the ability, you've really got to be seen to be playing a lot of senior figures in the game, experienced players. Now, how's this going to end up? Because if I was Wayne, I think I'd just drop up to that red and hitting the cushion at the same time here. I mean, you're not going to get, you're not going to get 9 minutes out of this, are you, coming few in front? Wayne didn't have to do that, really. I think I'd have waited longer. Well, he's already given me the impression that he's got an all-round game. I don't know if he has covered that red in the pocket.
No. This is
the other one's difficult, isn't it? His cutback's never easy when you can't see into the pocket. A nervy affair, this one. First match of the night, I guess, of the week.
I think they're all nervy, Neil, when it's 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Still another long pot chance.
Wayne Townsend, I saw on his Facebook early on that the tip had fallen off and he was desperately trying to get a new one. These things happen at the worst moments, don't they? So he's got a different tip on, I'm guessing.
I didn't know. I heard it had come off, and then I heard there was a bit hanging out at the side of it, and I think he's
still playing with it.
Yeah, he's still playing with it. I think someone's. I think his girlfriend's coming up with a new tip for him tomorrow.
Nice shot. Played it at a little bit of pace.
5. 6.
I think it's taken the players a little bit of time to get to grips with this table if they're not used to playing on it. So he's finished a little short of pace there, Wayne. I guess a lot depends what you practice on, whether you've got a
11.
slow table or you've got one as quick as these. Maybe it takes a bit of time to adapt. Doesn't look like any of these reds go very easily.
Yeah, he's got time. At least he's took his time there. You don't forget, you've got 20 seconds when the balls come to rest. So, he's had a massive fluke there.
What a fluke.
12.
It's a monster.
Was he one of your pundits' picks?
He was.
Wayne?
It's a hell of a fluke, wasn't it?
Of course, you would get a bit of ball run against me.
Well, you're taking it personally, you see. It's not about you or I, it's about 50. These two lads. It was an absolute fluke and a half.
Well, he's sitting pretty here for a few points now, Neil.
You talk about cue actions, Wayne has always had a very good cue action, very still head when he hits the ball, which counts for something. You watch, this is it's a smooth cueing. He's worked that over a few years, and I want to know one thing: not everyone has got the perfect cue action, but there aren't many good players with bad cue actions. There's a lot of bad players with bad cue actions. It's a different story.
22.
I think I was in that category.
But no, not you. No. But, you know, hits the ball nicely. He's got all kinds of options here. Plants, reds to the middle, you name it. He needs to get on with it, though. Bleeps are coming.
I think he's playing this one just to get the cue ball up for a colour.
I tell you what, of all the reds he could have gone for, that would have been probably the last one I'd have looked at.
Yeah, this is me too, but I think that's what it was. I don't think he had enough sort of power to get the cue ball away from this right-hand corner pocket and get up for a colour.
No, but I think I don't know if that was the best option, but get yourself into a bit of a tizzy, can't you?
So,
1.
well, is it long blue time?
Well, that maybe the black in play wouldn't be the worst outcome, although he's not many behind, is he? These are queuing shots. Couldn't hit it better, could he? That's delightful.
Oh, very nice. Kept very still on the shot as well.
6.
So many left-handed players look good, don't they? Don't know why that is. I mean, they always look elegant. If you think of all the greatest potters in the game, you know, your Neil Robertsons, Mark Williams, Jimmy White, these sort of players, they're all invariably all left-handers, aren't they?
Yep.
Why, I don't know.
So I'm looking at his cue action. I'm expecting to see that sort of
12.
that rolling smooth action that Steve Lee's got, and it's a little bit different.
Well, let me tell you, Stephen Lee's cue action is definitely the best
13.
I've ever seen. Natural and flowing. He had everything, the mechanics of it. You know, in his heyday, no one hit the ball better.
No, he could play some power shots without even looking like he's hit it hard.
Yeah, phenomenal cue action. There's something very special about it.
So 2 out of 2 long blues.
It's going all the way this match, isn't it? Now, interested to see if Alfie at any point plays this plant. It's offset, I know that, but I'm sure.
Would you play up into the pink here to free that other red?
Well, no, as I say, I think the plant's
19.
on. But he might want to play into the red by the pink now if he's got the angle on the blue.
Oh, yeah, the plant can definitely be made if he's low on it.
I know, and it makes me wonder why Wayne didn't play that shot earlier.
Oh, he just wanted to flick them, did he?
With 2 goes of the cherry. Ooh.
24.
It's not, when the cue ball's up like that, this plant's not so easy from there, is it? Because he's cutting it the first red thin.
He's got to hit it thin, yeah, you're dead right.
But I think he's on, and I think Wayne should have played it myself.
So,
25.
let the cue ball run away, though.
He didn't fancy it very much, I'd say, Lee. That's what happens, isn't it?
Oh.
Yellow ball.
It's got a slender lead.
Well, 5-point lead, basically.
Alfie lead 25.
Is next to nothing, isn't it, in this form?
Yeah, and 2 minutes left, so this could get exciting towards the end now.
He hasn't got to worry about time yet, you know, and he doesn't want to be too indecisive either. It's a good shot, this, you know.
Yep.
I know he's hit the ground, but that was he thought it through, wanted to get 2 reds open, so that's put some pressure on Alfie Lee. Despite his lead, he's more vulnerable now, isn't he, where the 2 reds have gone.
Again, doesn't have to go for this, though. Could just play the dump shot. You know, doesn't have to go for it now. That was closer.
It was. Now, there's a chance for Wayne. If he knocks this in and gets on a colour, we've got a new favourite. That was a chance. He may get another chance, but depends what Alfie makes of this next shot. And I don't suppose he'll rush. Why would he?
Just the 5 in it. He's looking at the scoreboard. This is good.
Clock watching, which in this case is a
This
good
is
thing.
it. He's gonna refuse the pot. Play safe. This is what I agree with. I think that's it. Don't want to push it over the pocket though, Alfie.
Has he left a gap? I think Wayne can get through the Watford here.
Yeah, I think you're right.
If this goes in, he's got a colour and he could nick this. What a shot. What a shot now.
1.
It's in his own hands here. He makes the blue and doesn't rush into it. and it's lights out, isn't it? Surely, don't keep looking at the clock. Just run the clock down. Look at the blue, because that's your next shot. Why would you just keep looking at that clock? When the beeps start, then play it. It's like you're just waiting for the 5 o'clock to go home from work. I think he's won it though. Punch of the air.
Yeah, I mean, now if he played the right shot, just played it poorly. You know, he's just rolled the red over the pocket. So
dramatic, wasn't it, Lee?
Well, he's going to be back tomorrow night now, if he's going to be back.
Yeah, and Wayne is in the next round. Good game, that.
Well, it's been a terrific start to week 4, and congratulations to Wayne Townsend, who has just beaten Alfie Lee with seconds to spare. My goodness, that got exciting. Well done, well played.
Thank you. Yeah, cheers, Rachel. Yeah, it was a tense game. I think it was one of them games where it could have gone either way. That's the way it was going, wasn't it? I fluked to red was quite big, and I misjudged. I potted a pink, and I misjudged where it went. Because your brain can get scrambled out there.
Your brain looked like it got scrambled a bit.
It did a bit, yeah.
It's tough, but you'll be better for the experience.
Massive.
I thought you could have gone for a plant, the 2 reds, but you end up playing a red up into the green pocket instead.
Yeah, the reason I didn't play the plant because I had to make it.
Yeah.
So I had to play the other side of the red, so I would have crashed into. I couldn't get on a ball.
Oh, okay.
So it was sort of a nothing shot.
You put a good red at the end though to get on the blue.
I got lucky. You left me the gap. I couldn't believe it. Yeah. And I just thought, if I just missed the black here, it's a natural angle to go on to the blue. And then I just stared at the clock for about a day. So then I just...
Listen, I think that... listen, you got through and you did the right thing on the blue, taking your time.
Yeah.
But I'd rather you look at the table thinking, OK, this is a shot. If you hear a beep, then play it. But listen, he's won. What's he done wrong?
I'm inexperienced in a format like this, so it's not easy.
Listen to Uncle Neil.
Yeah. I've known Neil for a long time. Yeah.
He's I've known Trig a long time.
We got some stories.
Yeah, we go back a long way. Yeah. Listen, he's been in that snooker club all those years. Yeah. He's rubbed shoulder with really good players, the likes of Alfie Bird and all these people, and Robin Hull. And that's why he's a good player now. It's helped him.
There's been a little bit of chat about your tip. Have you got a switch? Are you getting a new tip on, or is the same?
That's all right now. Yeah. I chipped the white earlier, and I took a little chunk out of it. I've sanded it round. I was going to get a new tip on tomorrow, but I might keep this one on. It might be my lucky tip, so I might keep it.
Yeah, keep it.
Don't change anything.
That's it.
All right. I see we're all giving you coaching now. Well done. You're going going to be playing the winner of our next match, actually. So we'll thank Wayne, and we'll look forward to Mark Gray, who is 10-11 against Declan Lavery, who is 4-5, just about the favourite for match 2, week 4. Let's cross over to the match room and back to Lee in the commentary box.
Thank you, Rachel. Welcome back, folks, after that great opener there. And I'm joined in the commentary box with the great Billy Castle. Good evening.
You, Lee. It's a pleasure to be back with you, mate.
God, did you see the end of that one?
Oh, that was a good game to start us off, wasn't it?
That's what you need on a Monday night at 10 o'clock. So, this is my first time seeing Declan Lavery play. Whatever you do, don't hit the blue.
No, I've seen Declan play like quite a lot over the years, and you know, I know he's well thought of in Belfast and Northern Ireland. That's a good player. He does a lot of practice, I think, with Raymond Fryer we see last week. You know, he had a good run. And Mark Gray, obviously,
he's a seasoned pro, and like I said on Twitter today, a few people fancied him to do well in this, and I kind of agree with them.
Yeah, well, I know Joe Perry fancies him for this.
Gentleman Joe.
That's a lovely shot he's just played there. So Declan needs to be careful there.
Yeah, all you can do is... that's worked out well, that has. All you can do is hit him, and hopefully you get some cover. You don't want to try and do anything too flash and missing them all together and giving away ball in hand. So the only reason he's missed that because he's played it with a touch of right-hand side there to miss the pack to get the cue ball up.
Yeah, he just thought about shots, nothing there, but unfortunate for him, he has left attempts here for Declan.
And Declan's had a 1-3-1, 131 this afternoon here at the club.
Yeah, I know he's a heavy scorer. You know, he does get about his business, but it's Mark Gray with first chance here. He's a hell of a 9-ball pool player, isn't he, Mark Gray?
Yeah, very good. To tell you the truth, he was a pretty good snooker player as well.
Yeah, obviously, you know, not as much as you, Neil, Lee, because he's more your age, but, you know, I watched clips of him and watched when he beat Jimmy White on the live on Sky. He's very, very good.
My age, you just called me Neil.
It'll be interesting to see what he plays there. See if he's attacking or just playing for the points.
Yeah,
but
no, he's going to
in.
Oh,
no, I thought he was going into him there.
Plant in the middle, no, just he's nicking and running.
Yeah, but he's got a nice big target up here, yellow, blue, and brown. You know, get a nice early lead. He's very experienced player. Mark, so it's another nice shot.
Yeah, just top cushion, lay into the pack. Doesn't want to hit the black here.
Oh, he's got to be careful. His cue balls, I say, it's a little bit different than your normal ones, and he's pushed the red out to the middle there. So
yeah, looked a bit pacey. So where does he take this then? In the middle, in the top corner, and sort of screw across, and yep, he's playing the top into the yellow bag. Little bit screw and stun for the black.
he's played it at a pace here where he's not going to leave anything.
Yeah, some tough matches to call tonight, Billy, isn't there?
Yeah, like I say, the first match for me was a 50-50, and it proved it. It went right down to the last second. This match is a 50-50. You know, every game tonight, I can't really call any games. You know, I'm looking forward to seeing Vito play tonight as well, the Canadian champion.
Yeah. Well, they've always produced good champions.
Yeah, and I've watched a bit of him over the last week in the club. You know, he knows his way around the table. And the last match up tonight will be in the quarterfinals. Will be a brilliant match between young Ryan Davis and Darminda Lilly, a former world amateur champion. You hasn't given Declan a sniff yet. So he'd like to keep him quiet as he can, keep him as cold as he can. Oh.
Oh dear.
Foul shot. Declan
Now
Lavery
what he's
for
done there,
ball in hand.
he's played the slight swerve with loads aside and it's just pushed into the red. Oh, he's given
Just as
away
I spoke.
ball in hand. So
There's a chance of Declan there. If he's taking the pink must be able to go on the blue spot, and then top red must go to the right pocket here. You know, otherwise you wouldn't take the pink. Shouldn't think.
you're a poet. Yeah, it's amazing the way they go around these breaks when they got ball in hand. I mean, you're sitting here and looking into your face, Billy, and you're gobsmacked with what he's played there. But like his head in shed moment, you know, he's you got ball in hand, you've got 20 seconds to think where you're going to put it, and then after 2 shots, the pink's gone on its spot in the middle of the pack. But there you go. This is the shot. He's missed the black and opened the pack.
Yeah, he just didn't look comfortable there for me. Like I say, that first shot really, I thought the pink must go on the blue spot, and 2 reds must be free to the right ankle.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
obviously not. If I thought he might be trying to get the blue on the spot as quick as he could. He had 2 reds up in the top half the table. Oh, Mark's got into that too much.
One.
Yeah, the pace of the table catching him out there for sure. And I mean, he's clubbed that. I mean, the table's really responsive, so there's no reason to hit it. You know, you could have hit it at half that pace and still held the white.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like Mark Prosy hasn't played on the table this quick in his local club. You know, I'm not sure what table he plays on, but you know, he hasn't been around the snooker scene in quite a while, so it's going to catch him out a bit. But if he gets a couple of games under his belt, I'm sure he'll adjust to it.
The same with all of them. It's like even Alfie that's just got beat there. You know, he's coming back tomorrow night. He'll probably play, but not that he's played bad there, really, has he? You have to remember, Trigger's had a fluke, and he's found the Watford.
Yeah, well, I think like I say, I was quite impressed with Alfie there. He's not done a lot wrong. He's unfortunate. A millimetre on the white ball left of that green, and Wayne's got no shot to go at, but he's been unlucky, and like I say, he's left to Watford.
You know what? I said I haven't seen Declan Lavery play before, but I have. You know, I recognise him on the shot.
Yeah, he's been around a long time. Like I say, he's a well-known player. He's probably played in a lot of tournaments you've been in.
I've done my fair stint abroad as well in Ireland and Northern Ireland. I've been to a few tournaments out there, a few nightclubs as well, Billy.
Well, Lee, when I was on tour, I keep saying this, but it's my favourite place to play, Belfast.
Oh, it's gone enough.
Mark Gray 4.
Another ball in hand. It's all happening in this frame. Right now, surely. This is it. That's it. Nice and easy. This is where I want to see the players put the ball right next to the red they're going for and get plumb on the colour straight after. So is he going to play to open the... Surely not. Thank God for that.
1.
Yeah, like that was a tough safety for Declan. You know, the white was always going to go close if he didn't hit it thin. There's a good chance here for Mark.
A little bit out of... he's got to think about what he's going to do with this cue ball now, because he's not perfect for here, is he?
He would like to, like I say, if he was confident, he'd get down and screw it back on and off the side cushion on the black. But it's a little bit different when you're out there and you haven't played in that environment in a long time.
Yeah, and the table runs like glass.
9.
That's it. See, when he played the first, the black over the pocket, I'd have run it round with a little bit of left off of 2 cushions and give yourself 2 reds into the... But he's just played the 1 cushion up and down, and then you're just relying on speed rather than picking an angle that you're travelling towards.
Yeah.
You know, when you're going in on a line of a shot.
16.
Yeah, you know, your shot, you play into an area, you leave yourself options. But he's played that shot nice there on that black.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, he's coming to terms with the table now.
17.
He's starting to, he's starting to hit the ball nice. You know, if the yellow here, you just do a little screw back shot. He's left-handed anyway, so he can play a mid-range red into the bottom right pocket. He doesn't need to do too much with the cue ball here.
Yep, is this the last open red, Billy?
19.
Yeah. I believe it's last open red, like I say, if you leave yourself an angle on the blue, he'd like to come off 2 cushions after this.
Yeah, got to be careful if he does pop this red, if he's going to pop the blue and go into the pack. Oh, he's missed that one and opened the pack.
Mark Gray, 19.
Worst outcome possible.
Yeah, well, you're playing at that sort of the pace he's played at, there you are. You know, anything could happen if you miss that red. You know, if he played a little bit slower, then the only red he was possibly leaving was that one.
He's been let off the hook there.
Yeah, Declan just hasn't settled down yet. He just, you know, he just doesn't quite look settled to me. You know, I've watched Declan play a lot and he's a very good player.
Well, he's got to think about this, yeah.
Yeah, just tie 2 reds up, yeah. Put it on the cushion.
All about protecting that lead now. Doesn't need to push the boat out at all.
No, he's built a nice little lead here. You know, he'd like to put a colour out of action next if he could. Maybe on a... No, I've been quite impressed with Mark's safety game tonight.
Nice flick.
Yeah, we won't mind that. You know, Declan, and he's got to probably think about either playing an aggressive safety shot and opening them reds up, or he's 33 behind and 3 minutes left. He's going to have to push the boat out in a minute.
Yeah.
You know, all Mark's got to play is
just containing.
Yeah. Just keep it real simple. You know, he's only played that shot there because to guarantee himself hitting the cushion, you know, he couldn't do that off the side of the pack.
Yep. Is he going for this in the middle? He did.
He did go for it. And he's left one to the middle there for Mark.
He's thinking he's 33 behind with 2.5 minutes left. He's, you know, you've got to push the boat out sooner or later, Billy.
Yeah.
And he maybe thought that's his last chance.
Yeah, well, he's forced Mark into one there as well. You know, if Mark did miss it, all the balls are there for him, but...
Played with a bit of safety in mind there, Billy.
So he's put himself in a bit of trouble here. Does he tie the black up?
Yeah, does he just put the white ball on the black cushion? But then he knows Declan's going to go for something if he doesn't do something.
Yeah, you know, for me, the shot's the black ball, yeah.
He's going to just pot the green.
Wow, was this good ball going?
Mark Gray, 1.
He's left a red in the middle.
You know, Lee on that shot there, roll down to the black on the side cushion. He's not leaving anything.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, he just hasn't looked comfortable there. It was a tough shot to the middle for Declan. Yeah, it's been quite a comfortable game here for Mark, I think.
1.
You know, you just got to use a bit of the clock up now.
Yeah. Take your time.
Take your time now.
Try and get used to the table a little bit now. Because he's a massive favourite.
dump both balls on the cushion, wouldn't you?
That's what I do. I'll be dumping the black on the cushion, white on the cushion.
Green ball.
Wow, that's what he does.
Yep, this is all over.
8.
Well, Declan will be back tomorrow night, and I'm sure, you know, getting out there, getting his arm going, getting a feel for it all will do him the world of good.
Yeah.
9.
Like you said, he's just had 131 clearance, but, you know, a couple of hours ago, you know, you get 15 minutes, you come on, and all of a sudden, you don't get a shot, or you
14.
You know, you play.
Yeah,
you know, don't forget he's had ball in hand at the beginning of that train there.
Yeah.
What did he make? 7 or 8?
Mark Gray, 15.
Okay, folks. So that's
Thank
Mark Gray through to the semi-final, and we'll get him in the studio straight after this break.
Welcome back to the Snooker Legends 900, and Mark Gray joins us now after beating Declan Lavery. Congratulations, Mark. You looked so comfortable out there. I don't know how you felt.
Yeah, I was nervous because obviously everyone knows, like, my bread and butter is 9-ball pool now, so I don't really play loads of snooker, but as Leah tell you still sort of get that buzz. When I got the invite, I thought, yeah, I've got to come and have a go, you know. So you just hope your experience can get you through, which I think it did there.
And would you have been in many shot clock environments in pool? Obviously, you're used to the spotted cue ball.
Only in Moscone Cup in 9-ball, which is like the biggest 9-ball event there is, which is played on live TV. So I have got a little bit of experience, yeah.
But he's got loads of experience as a snooker player as well. You know, you've played on the TV at snooker, so the TV was never going to throw it. I know you've been a while off the TV, but he knows how to play the boy.
Yeah, obviously, my claim to fame was beating Jimmy White back in '98
yeah,
on TV.
We heard a lot about that
That's a distant memory, though, you know.
That's all Neil Folds talks about.
Yeah, that's all I talk about. It's the only result.
Listen, dine out on it. Jimmy was a great player at that time, still is a good player. But in terms of this whole transition from pool to snooker, because we're seeing so many of the players, you know, Mark Allen, Ryan Day, who was just successful last weekend, they're all gone back to pool. And you've done it the other way around.
Yeah, I just weren't good enough at snooker.
A lot of snooker players will say, well, it's
the trouble is, as Leah tell you, Lee was a great player himself. When we was pro, both of us in the same, you know, there's only 8 or 9 ranking events a year to go at, and
6 in 1 year.
Yeah, and your season could be over within a month, and it's just soul destroying. Obviously now, Like until
wouldn't you
COVID,
kill to be a player
you've
now?
got sort of 35, 36 events. You know, so mate, I went to 9 ball just because I thought I got a better chance of earning, to be honest.
Oh, okay. Snooker or pool? What's
for
the
me,
easiest?
For me, the most skillful game is snooker. With it, undoubtedly, out of all the cue sports, you can't beat snooker for a skill and for a viewing. You know, but obviously, all forms of pool, English pool, American pool, they all have their own like skill levels.
Definitely.
You know, so
definitely.
But yeah, if you ask me, knocking 100 breaking at snooker is more of a thrill than running 9 balls on a 9 ball table. You know,
Okay.
so
Well, I think we've sealed it now, haven't we? We've completely put that to bed. So snooker is more skillful than pool.
I think it is. But
Says Mark Way.
well, I've had a lot of success at 9 balls, so there might be some 9 ball players cringing when I say
I
that.
know.
But
That's why I'm calling you out.
The very, very best at 9 ball, they can have you, you know, they can have you in knots with safeties, and they're playing the, you know, shots that we don't normally play, are the jump shots.
But that's what's helped me win there. Like 9 ball helped my kicking and my safety, and my safety was, I thought, was really solid there.
It was,
you know, apart from swerving around the ball where I've gone in off trying to play the dump shot.
Yeah.
I think my safety was good. I just think my shot selection, I've just played a couple of shots where I should have just kept it a bit tighter. But in general, I felt more comfortable than what he looked at.
I think when he got his ball in hand, he made a bit of a mistake where he put it, whereas when you got your ball in hand, you were right behind that little red, make it nice little easy shots. So some people, when they get ball in hand, they're having a brain freeze, and they're not putting it where the trouble is.
With the format, I just think you've got to like nick 19s, 20s, play good safety, don't miss easy shots, and you're going to be there or thereabouts. Unless some, like, obviously there's a lot of good youngsters here who are capable of screaming a long ball in and going 80, 90, but even like Stephen Lee's son there, he looks a little bit nervous because he's not used to playing in that environment.
TV debut.
So maybe for someone like me, I don't come with any expectations, but you're always going to try, you know. You've got that in you, so...
Yeah. You mentioned the ball in hand. I think at one stage Declan, he expected to maybe go back on the D, and we've seen that a few times already in the last few weeks.
Yeah, it can throw you out, can't it? I mean, it's just a slightly different format. You think, the rules are snooker rules with a couple of twists, and all of a sudden, when you've been thrown in it, all of a sudden you go, what am I doing with this ball in my hand? It can go anywhere on the table.
It's like I've had a panic there in the end. I'm trying to run the time down, don't know what to play, and I've just ended up going for the green in the middle, and it's not the shot.
No, we thought you just play the black, put the black on the cushion and leave the white in the middle of the black
cushion. Yeah, it was a bit of a brain freeze moment.
There you go.
There will be many more, I'd imagine, brain freezes. We call it head in shed on this show. But none of that from yourself in that first match. And you play Wayne Townsend. Bookies can split them for the first semi-final. Wayne Townsend 5-6, and Mark is 5-6 as well. Right, we're ready for more snooker. Vito Puopolo will be up next against Aidan Owens, who is the favourite, and we can cross to Billy Castle. And first up, Neil Fold in the commentary box.
Lovely, thank you, Rachel. Billy alongside me. Looking forward to the next match. We have on the left we have Vito Puopolo, and on the right it is Aidan Owens. Aidan Owens is the favourite for this match, Billy, but you've been watching a bit of Vito, and you're pretty sure he's a decent player.
Yeah, I've been watching him over the last week here, Neil, and I've been quite impressed with his all-round game. You know, he knows his way around the table. I've seen him have a good couple of games in the Pro-Am here last week, so I've been quite impressed with him.
I suppose it comes down to being on the match table now. I know that he's got lots of friends and family back in Canada watching him, so this is where it really gets real, doesn't it?
Yeah, all of his hard work over the last 2 weeks will all come down to this moment for him, and on this match table, like I say, how he deals with it. But, like I say, he's a Canadian champion, so he probably comes in with a lot of confidence.
Just goes to show you. I mean, had he gone enough there, look at that ball in hand, that would have been leaving the world. So you need a bit of luck, don't you, to avoid that. And mercifully, he didn't go in off. Anyway, here's Aidan, who's missed and given a golden chance straight away to Vito.
Yeah, well, I say Aidan's one of them players. I know he's in good form himself. He recently won the Paul Hunter Pro-Am down at JP's, so he comes here with a lot of confidence. But he's a very attacking player. It's either they go in, or he's left to go with an opportunity here.
He didn't play that well, did he? All good queuing. Now the black could be missed now from queuing over that red. Well done.
He likes leaving himself awkward queuing. I think he's done it again.
8.
Yeah, he's going to have to go up for blue, I think, here. I don't think he's overly quick a player, Now, 20 seconds is quite a long time, but I think you might hear some bleeps going while he's at the table, because as you can see, he's not going to be rushed into his shot selection or on the shot.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed with him over the last week. You know, I've watched him, and you know, he's not an overly quick player. He's a thinker of the game, but he does strike the cue ever so well, as you've seen on that shot there.
Didn't he play that well? Yeah, you're absolutely right, Billy. Well, this is nice.
14.
And I was saying earlier, you know, Canadian champion, you know, amateur and professional. We've seen a lot of such good players from Canada. We don't see so many these days, and it's a great shame. We've had a couple of gross this tournament with Levi Mila and now Vito, but there aren't many
21.
coming across from Canada these days, sadly.
Yeah, I know the sport used to be very big in Canada, Neil, and I know they still like it over there, but there's not so many coming through as there was once was.
Well, they used to play the Canadian Open in the late 70s, early 80s on tables that had really big pockets. I mean, it was almost, they were almost like 9-ball tables. The corner bags were massive, middle pockets not so big, and it was like a different game. The balls are light and they were a little smaller, and you know, Cliff Thorburn and Kirk Stevens, Bill Wilburnett came through that. But the Canadian Open was a great event.
26.
As I say, it was like almost a different ball game playing on those tables.
Yeah. You know, that's what I've been impressed with him over watching him last week or so. He
27.
cues the ball ever so well. You know, when you watch him up close, there's not a lot can go wrong with his cue action, the way he strikes it. Oh, he's not made his mind up on this shot.
Well, he changed his mind, as you spotted. But
yeah.
I know you've been watching all of these players and got a good eye for it, Billy. And you did say all along that he was decent, and we've seen it already here. So that's a good start, isn't it, he's made?
Yeah, this is a great start from Vito. You know, and I'll tell you what I was impressed with last week, if I watched him playing the Pro-Am, was his safety side and tactical side of it. You know, getting out of snookers, tying his opponent up, and you know, Aiden's going to have to do well here to get a chance from Vito.
Oh, we got lucky there. I'm not sure whether they'd have all finished there.
But I know Aiden today has been suffering with his tip as well. I've been told that he's only recently put a new tip on that's not quite bedded in proper.
Yeah, I mean, anyone who doesn't play must think, why these people keep going on about the tip? But if you put a brand new tip on, I mean, even in this day and age, you know, they take a bit of time to bed in, and it all happens suddenly. You know, 1 minute you might spend a couple of days, the tip's spongy and you're not getting anything out of it, and about the third or fourth day, it starts to bed in. Anyway, that was a good shot, wasn't it?
That was a nice shot, Neil.
Put him in trouble there.
I think what I've looked at quickly, you know, I think he's going for the right red up here.
With the pink on as well, it had, if he was to pot it. Difficult shot, wasn't it?
That was such a tough shot there from that was a great safety from Aiden. You know, put Vito bang under it there, and he caught it a little bit too thin, so he's left a chance there.
Well, I mean, he plays the safety shot, and now he's earned this chance because of it 2 shots later.
He doesn't want to be doing that too much. But no, it's a good chance here for Aiden. I know he's a quick player and a quick thinker, so he'll score quite quick.
A little bit sloppy to hit the yellow there. He didn't really want to do that. I mean, I know it hasn't affected things too much, but he didn't really want that nudge.
No, he'd probably play for the other red down by the blue. That doesn't. He's looked like it's over the blue.
Yeah, you see those little shots, things can escalate. Now he's got a more difficult shot on the green than he should have had. Nice recovery though.
Yes, Whiteball's done a lot of travelling out a minute now.
Yeah. He's not in control of the cue ball all that well, to be honest.
Yeah, even that shot there, I think he should play a simple shot on off the cushion. He brings himself close to the green. You know, this is a tricky shot. good position now.
15.
Red. There's a red at the bottom of the pack there. I think Cannon's the other red out and he's on the black.
Quite an open frame this already. You've got 8.5 minutes left, and we're going to. This frame, I think, is going to go pretty deep. The way it looks. Good shot there. Nice Cannon, that one.
Yeah, so opened it up. Yeah, he doesn't need to do too much here. Scoring is, like I say, another 30 points.
What a great table. I mean, there's 3, maybe 4 reds in great point positions here. So you just occupy the table and don't rush and just chip away for now. Still behind, but I think he's favoured in the frame.
Yeah, he's got a good chance there. He doesn't need to do too much of the cue ball, just simple little shots, keep it simple.
24.
He's a little bit higher on the black than he wanted to be here. But, you know, plain ball shot, he's got 2 reds in the middle.
Just a little bit nervy these, though, like you say. Queuing with there's a red by his bridge hand. Distraction. Nothing stopping him at the moment, though.
No, Aidan's always been a very, very good potter, and he's a believer in himself. No, he owns his own snooker club. So he obviously does, like I say, a lot of practice.
32.
Yeah, pot black snooker in Lowestoft is the club over on the east coast there. Well, when he came to the table, he had to do damage, and he's very much in the process of doing that.
Yeah, so far this has been an excellent frame. You know, we've seen what Vito's all about, and now we're seeing it back from Aidan.
38.
That'd be interesting to see what shot he plays here, whether he just goes back up for the red and balk, or he tries to come in behind the red on the side cushion there.
It's a natural, isn't it, to come down the table for the other red, but he's going to the bottom of the cue ball, so maybe he's playing the second shot you mentioned. Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a little bit fortunate there.
45.
Because he, you know, a little bit worse a kiss there, and he might have not been able to see this long red.
It's a nice break, but it's not won him the frame by any means.
No, he could be in a bit of trouble here. You know, if Vito pots this red, where the brown and sort of yellow is.
Now he's been kept out for 4 or 5 minutes while Owen's made that break, so I just feel there's a lot of mileage. If I was Vito, I wouldn't be giving up this frame yet. There's still 5 minutes left. A lot can happen.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time in this frame for Vito.
No attempt at a pot there from Aidan Owens.
He's played a nice safety shot there now.
So that was a good comeback, so a lots to play for here. Just 11 in it. 51 left, but also 4.5 minutes left. Oh, well, he missed that by a mile.
Yeah, he didn't need to go for that red. That was a tough, tough red. So Vito could, you know, take his time a little bit here. He's got 20 seconds.
Oh, nice shot, although he got hold of the cue ball. Seems to me this is almost a natural, it's close to an off if he plays it plain ball, this, in the bottom left pocket. That's kind of natural angle to take him near there.
There you go. Ooh.
I think, easy afterwards, but I think had it gone in, that blue, I think he'd gone in off. It looks at that, those angles don't change, they're just there, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah. For me, like, you have to play a lot slower than that. That's a tricky little red for Aiden. You know, they are tricky shots and they're not as easy as they look on the screens.
That's handy. That is handy.
Yeah, he's been fortunate there. That was close.
Foul.
Big foul though, isn't it? Now here, you just, that's the way you leave yourself. That's good thinking.
Yeah, take the difficult red. Be perfect on the pink.
That's where ball in hand is massive, isn't it? When you can put the cue ball right in behind that red.
1.
Yeah, well, after the start Vito made, Aiden's played well. He had to come back into it. You know, he made a nice 45. It's been a good frame, this.
8.
That's been a good frame. Both players have played their part in it, but Aiden Owens has been very good in the second half of it. And he's almost on the brink here. Never mind the 2 minutes left. And if this goes in, it's a snooker required anyway, and you don't see that in this form of the game very often. In all the years I've worked on the shootout from the very first year, I've never seen a frame one when a player needs a snooker.
I think I might have one chance at getting a snooker here with the time remaining.
That's a hard way to go, wasn't it, there behind the black, so maybe that opportunity's gone now.
Yeah, well, you can just got to, like I say, use his 20 seconds here. He should be safely through to the semi-finals.
I guess with Vito Puopolo, he will come back for a second bite of the cherry tomorrow. That's the good news for him. And we've seen that he can play. I know Aiden is a little bit too experienced for him. Of course, he fits the profile, doesn't he? And someone who could do well, a bit like Aaron Canavan, very decent player. Name starts with an A. It's all there.
Yeah, he's got it all in his favour.
And he has.
No, he's played a good frame there because Vito started off very well there. You know, took it to him. But Aiden, you know, he made a gutsy 45 break, got himself in control of the frame. And he'll be pleased with that frame against Vito there.
I don't think anyone would be overjoyed about drawing Vito tomorrow because he's shown us he can play, but Aiden Owens got him with a 40-odd break early in his response to Vito's first score, and Aiden Owens, the man from Lowestoft, is going to win beating Vito Puopolo, and he is through to the next round.
Hi there, welcome back to the Snooker Legends 900, and Aidan Owens is the next man through to the second semi-final. Congratulations, Aidan.
Thank you.
Well played. Tell me how you felt it went out there.
Nerve-wracking, to say the least. It's been a while since I played in these situations, but it was fun. I said I was going to enjoy it, and I will do. Didn't get off to a good start, but hung in there and did what I had to do at the end.
And Vito, I mean, he made a lovely break to start with, and he put the pressure on you.
He did, yeah. He was potting really nice, and I managed to just play a good safety shot and managed to get in, and just, the rest is history on that one.
I thought you, when you got in for that break, the 40-odd break, at the start of it, you didn't have the cue ball quite under control as you'd like. You had to play on the green a couple of times. You kissed the yellow, but as the break went on, you looked like you got confidence. You got a feel of the table. Yeah,
the second green I went for, I was playing for the blue in the middle, and the white just wouldn't stop rolling. Yeah. And it was just getting used to it. It's lightning.
You haven't got much time to adapt. You've got to be quick on your feet.
Not at all. It's absolutely lightning. It's a pleasure to play on, to be honest.
So you can have it almost where tables are almost too good because you're not used to them, are you?
Definitely.
But you found your touch at the end. You played nicely.
Yeah,
had a good frame.
Yeah, it was. I felt good out there, to be honest. So it was, onwards and upwards, hopefully.
Are they all watching in the Pot Black Club in
probably not now, because it should be closed by now.
I keep forgetting what time it is, to be honest.
Dancing on the streets of Lowestoft
exactly,
as we speak.
No, it's hopefully it should be closed by now, but I think my son's watching, so... Tristan. Yeah,
so we're going to say wave to this camera. Hi, Tristan.
Hi, Tristan.
Well done, Aidan.
Right,
and we'll see you later tonight. You'll be playing the winner of the next match, and we are ready for the next match. Ryan Davis, 8-11 against Darminda Lilly. Let's get across to Billy Castle and Lee Richardson in commentary.
Well, welcome back, folks. And what a quarter-final match we have here between young prospect Ryan Davis and former world amateur champion Darminda Lilly. And welcome back, Lee Richardson.
How are we doing, mate? Cool, that last one was... they barely did a thing wrong, didn't they? But I'm with you. I would have been potting the black on 34 and screwing up into the red underneath.
Yeah, Vito's...
Then it all changed.
Yeah, Vito's playing so well, and I couldn't see him missing that black if he was going into the pack. But there we have it. He'll be back tomorrow night for a second chance. Ryan, I'll take that.
Yeah, all day long. It does slide off those cushions for that kind of shot. So he was a bit lucky that the red was there and he caught the right side of it.
I see a lot of Ryan these last few years, and for such a young lad, he knows his way around the table. He's a brilliant all-round player. This lad's got it all: safety, long pot and break building. And he's actually, I think, got a spot on the UK Championship this year.
Oh, very nice.
Darminda doesn't want to be doing that.
Well, he's had a result.
Yeah, well, Ryan didn't have a red to go out there. We could get on a colour. The black's tied up. Yeah, this table's a lot quicker than Darminda thinks. Just watching his first few shots there. Also Ryan's played in the professional shootout, and I believe he has got a few wins in that. This is a nice shot, Lee.
Yeah, very nice.
He's nearly got the snooker, but it's a good shot for Darminda here.
Yeah, I had to play Darminda Lilly in a tournament a couple of years ago, Billy, and when I got the draw, I saw D Lilly, and I thought, oh, I got Dave Lilly. It's bad enough it was a round robin. I got Dave Fimbo in the group, and I see D Lilly. I thought, oh, so I was quite pleasantly surprised when I showed up. and saw it wasn't Dave Lilly, it's Darminder, and then realised he's nearly as good.
Oh, yeah, I mean, when I see Darminder play, you know, I've watched him, especially on club tables, you know, he can just blow players away. Yeah, I've not seen too much of him on match tables down the years, but, you know, he's a very good billiards player as well, I think.
Well, I saw him beat Dave Fimbo on this table, so he's certainly not bad. Well, that was a thin one.
Yeah, that was thin. No, he's very capable. You know, you got to earn your wins over Finbo. It's KG open frame here. Here's Ryan's chance. Oh, I thought Red was going to come up a bit more.
A little bit of body movement there. Did he jump up off that shot?
Yeah, you know, I've known Darminder for a long time now, and he doesn't mind if I say it. In our area, we call him Mr. Twitch King, and he will laugh at you, Lee, when you see him.
Okay, well, you said it, not me, Billy. So he wants to hit this stick. That's it.
Oh,
another fluke. Second fluke tonight, son.
Remember, Darminder, you can't roll up.
Yeah, just clip off the brown, stick the cue ball next to the green. How's that, Billy?
That's the one, Lee. You must be listening to your shots.
It's the first one I got right tonight, Billy. So what's he going to do? Is this a dump shot?
Yeah,
if it goes in, it goes. Oh
he's
no,
coming in behind it, is he?
Yeah.
He might need a red to the middle.
I
Yeah.
tell you what.
That's not good.
Oh, it's a foul ball in hand.
You know, this where he needs. I don't know if the red goes above the black, to be honest. He's not even looked. He wants to hurry up.
Right, so let's see how many he makes off of ball in hand here then, Billy, because it's been catching people out.
He's not played a great shot there, Lee.
7.
2 shots out of position.
Oh, where's the cue ball?
God dear me.
Yeah, he's not settled down at all yet, Darminder. He just doesn't. He doesn't look settled at all out there. Yeah, another day. But he could have mugged them 2 reds at the start. You know, he's made it hard work for himself there, trying to get out of that corner to get onto a colour. The way he's played the first red and pink. You know, he could have played them reds at the start. He could have played them reds at the start, Lee, couldn't he? And came back up for the pink, opened the corner up.
Yeah, you know, I'd have been. The black area was the cluttered bit, wasn't it? So you got to be looking to clear an area, but maybe he just thought he could stick around the pink spot and do some damage there. But within 2 shots, he's out of position, and he's kept it under control, though. You know, he's played a good safety shot at the end of running that position. Now he's got him hampered by the blue. This is a horrible shot, Billy.
Yeah, well, at the minute it's not quite going for Ryan. You know, when Darminder has played a few poor safety shots, he's not left him anything great to go at.
Oh. Dicing with death, Billy. I thought it was just you.
You know, I had to make it entertaining, make sure everyone knew the rules, Lee, so... You know, Darminder is very capable of keeping hold of a lead, although it's a slight one. Ryan play the figure 8 shot here, Lee.
Yep.
No, this is a good shot.
Yeah, he got it right into that corner. Managed to get it. Cue ball back into the middle of the cushion.
You know, for a young lad, he really has got a fantastic safety game and brain. You know, I've watched a lot of him, and
Oh, this is a dangerous shot to play, surely. Is that a double kiss?
There's a chance for Ryan here now. He's got.
One.
Yeah, that was a very dangerous shot Lily played there. So he's a little bit unlucky to get a double kiss, I suppose, but most players would have probably tried to clip the edge of that red and come back up, wouldn't they? But again, that's also a very tough shot.
5.
Yeah, it was a tough shot, but the shot he's playing, he's trusting a bit of luck to go with it. You know, tables rolling off or hitting a bit of chalk in the line of the ball. So there's a good chance for Ryan here, though. Now if he can just work around this pink, he could accumulate a few points there. You know, he'd probably play this red, get onto the black.
Yeah, that's a red to the left of the black that goes.
You know.
Just got to keep it simple, Billy, haven't you? And that's what he's doing.
Yeah, within, let's say, four or five shots here, he's got the black on the spot and he could be in prime position here, Lee. You know, this lad, he doesn't make too many mistakes when he's in close control like this. I've seen a lot of him and he's very talented.
Well, he is this week's favourite, Billy.
I'm not sure if he's on this red here, Lee. I don't think he is.
No, I think could be a positional error.
Yeah, he's just tried to get a bit more of a cannon on that red and he hasn't got it. So he's got, he's got to hit a cushion here, so
got to hit a cushion. Yeah, he's made sure he's absolutely lumped on that one.
He's nearly brought the cue ball back down the table.
He's not playing what we know as the Billy Castle.
Well, Darminder will be pleased just to be back at the table. So you would have been faring the worst there.
Yeah, but again, he's clattered into those unless he can get the snooker here.
He hasn't
pushed the red towards this pocket.
No, that's the trouble when you cannon reds, Lee. You're not quite sure where they're going. You know, you can push one over the hole.
Yeah, and he's got young eyes. He's got no problem seeing this.
These young kids don't miss these balls these days. It's played that nice.
Yeah, little soft banana shot, we call that, Billy. Heavy top. Not too hard, just enough spin to grab the cue ball.
Good shot.
8.
And now they are all there. You look as confused as me, Billy.
Yeah, I thought he could have altered for the black. Though.
Yeah, I thought he was going to hold for the black as well. I just decided to. Still, when they pot like that, Billy, doesn't matter.
He just wants to show us how he's
perfect cannon as well.
Just showing off, Lee. His brother Aaron is a very good pool player. I think he plays on the Ultimate Pool series.
Yeah.
16.
Yeah, he's very good. So the family, both Ryan and his brother Aaron are very talented with the cue. I think Aaron started off snooker before Ryan did, and I remember Ryan was in the final of the English Amateur when he was very young, and I believe he was in the junior billiards final. You know, he could have only been probably 12 or 13 at the time.
Really?
When I first see him at Stoke. you know, he's just shown here probably was his favourite of the weekly. He's looked calm, in control. His potting's been good. You know, his safety's been good. He's got to do something special, really.
Yeah, I can't see it, Billy. There's only 2 minutes left. 3 reds on the cushion.
For me, I can't say, unless you're Ronnie O'Sullivan, you're not clearing up. He's got to play the black here, hasn't he?
I can't believe he's not playing the black and red. Cannon the middle red. You know, cushion first, little bit of right-hand side. He's playing it a different way.
But he would have brought that red out with the shot we've... You know, he's dead straight in this red now. He can play the black there, cannon that red out. He's probably had an angle on this red.
So he's going to go black.
He's got to play a judge
side
shot,
rail. Yes, this is the shot. Side rail, top rail, side rail into the reds.
Wow. He's played safe.
Yep, he's letting the clock run down, so he should.
Yeah, well, Ryan's in the semi-finals. There's Houdini couldn't get out of this one.
What a semi-final lineup it is as well.
Yeah, they've all been good matches. You know, they've all played well.
Wayne Townsend, Mark Gray, Aidan Owens and Ryan Davis. This is, yeah, they're tough ones to pick, Billy.
You know, I can't split them, but if I had to being pushy, you know, I'll go for a Wayne-Ryan final tonight.
Another banana shot coming? Oh no, he's rolled it.
Well, he's got the snooker, Lee.
Well, 35 behind with 35 on the table. But just a few seconds left.
And that is that, folks.
He's just potted one for fun. Okay, folks, that's Ryan Davis, the favourite for this week. He's through. He makes the semi-final lineup. We'll get him in the studio straight after this break.
Great to still have your company on the first night of week 4, and we are down to the final 4 tonight. Wayne Townsend, Mark Gray will be the first semi-final, and Aidan Owens will play Ryan Davis, who has just beaten Darminda Lilly. Congratulations, Ryan. Good to see you. How much did you enjoy being out there and winning?
Yeah, it was really nerve-wracking at the start, really. What a safety to begin with. I thought once I made that foul at the start, probably won't get back to the table.
Because you know with the format, it's so costly, ball in hand and everything like that.
I thought I won't get back.
Yeah, but he lost position straight away, didn't he? Like, after 2 pots, he was out of position and sort of let you off the hook, really. But after that, your safety in your long potting was very good.
Yeah, it had to be, really, because his safety was really good at the start, so...
He knows his way around the table, okay, he does, really does.
And what about yourself? I see that you've won a 7th EPSB Open Series. I mean, you're absolutely tanking along.
Yeah, I did all right last season in them. Started off well this season as well, so hopefully I can carry on again.
It must be all down to your coach.
Oh, yeah, massive help.
You've got John Farmer?
Yeah, it is, yeah. I've been with him for about 3 or 4 years now, and yeah, he's made a massive difference to the game.
Yeah, he's been with a few. Sorry, he's been with a few players. He was with Stedman for a while, wasn't he?
He's been with Lazowski as well, Jack.
Okay, so wow. Who plays with a lot of flair. How happy are you with your game right now? I know we spoke many moons ago. We were chit-chatting at the shootout where you won a few matches there. Well, he could have been. You were very young, Ryan. Yeah. How do you compare your game, say, back 3 years ago when I was chatting to you at the shootout?
Definitely become a lot more consistent. Just all round, I feel like I'm harder to beat, really, mentally, so it's really helping me with John.
Yeah, you look good out there tonight.
You really did. Great to have you up, and congratulations. Good luck in the next round. You'll be playing Aidan Owens in just a few minutes' time. It's coming thick and fast on this first night, and we're ready for the first semi-final. Bookies can't split them. Wayne Townsend, Mark Gray. Let's join Billy Castle and Neil Foles in the commentary box.
Thank you, Rachel. We are almost set then. The first semi-final on the left, Wayne Townsend, who won a thriller against Alfie Lee. Against on the right, Mark Gray, who beat Declan Lavery. So it is Wayne Townsend to break off. Low-scoring game that Wayne beat Alfie Lee in. But it doesn't matter how, I suppose, just getting the match won. So, Lee, you're interested in not Billy Castle alongside me. That was a good set of results we've got there. I don't know who's going to win for me. I've got to be honest, Lee. I don't know what you think.
Well, it's a tough one tonight, Neil. It is definitely is tough, but I can see why Ryan Davis is favourite.
Yeah, good player, isn't he?
You know, he was very solid there. I mean, Darminda did... throw him a lifeline, only making 7. What did he make? 8 off of that ball in hand. I mean, just to lose position so quick is such a let-off.
Difficult one to call this, you know. I mean, I think that Mark Gray, as we saw there, and he was really good in his interview. You know, he's got experience as a snooker player, then as a 9-ball pool player. So he's pretty streetwise. Whatever cue sports he plays, I think that's where what sort of player he is.
Yeah, and he's going to be solid. For sure.
He's got quite a fast cue action, hasn't he? I must say, I remember him when he did mention that win against Jimmy White, and to be honest, we always speak about that with Mark because he beat him in a tournament on the TV, but even then I noticed his cue action was a little bit very, very quick at the end. We'll see it next time he plays a shot when he's in it, especially if he gets one when he's in. An unusual way. You might not be able to see it so far on these sort of shots, but it's a very fast final shot. A bit like Mark Allen, actually. Mark Allen is like that. He's not, he's not doing badly, is he?
No, it's not. It's not a long backswing.
If you haven't got a long backswing, well, you don't want to get too technical. You know, we're enjoying the 900, but if your backswing's short, then you're never going to decelerate through the ball. You're always going to be fast through the ball, aren't you? It's the only way you can go.
Yeah, definitely. So, but this is a tough one to call because you know you've got the flair and the sort of Wayne is going to go for him, and he's obviously going to have a little go at this plant if he can. He's got bundles of talent. And, he's just either that was a long way off, Neil, or I've called it wrong.
I think no, he looked at it, but he's decided to nail the cue ball to the The bolt cushion, not a bad ploy. Of course, just to remind everyone that these 4 winners tonight, whatever happens for the rest of the evening, they will be back Wednesday for the finals night of the group.
Yep, and that's the night that counts. After they've won their first match tonight, this is just a little bit of practice on the table when they're playing for 500 quid.
Which will set them up nicely, that 500 quid, wouldn't it, as well? But as you say, it's all about Wednesday. But if you go into Wednesday undefeated, it's a pretty nice feeling to be in, isn't it? Anyway, that was a good safety shot again. Wayne is keeping Mark at arm's length at the moment.
This is the right shot. Side cushion, lay up behind this red, closest to the left-hand pocket. He did it pretty pacey, though.
Yeah, I don't know what goes to the right middle. Something might. That must be tight because he looked at it. Got to hit the cushion. It's risky that, he's hit one, but if he hits the brown on the way through, then nothing reaches the cushion. But that's not quite how it went, so it's fine. But as I said all along, that they are the shots that can go wrong.
The cocoa's very nice tonight, Neil.
You like it?
I like it. I wonder if Molly's made it tonight. Molly or maybe Joe.
I don't know who's made it. I mean, you must be an expert if you can tell who's made it. It's a good old battle, this, isn't it? They scored 0-0, playing 5 minutes. It's like 0-0 written all over it, this game. It's like watching a few football teams, I know. But sometimes it's been intriguing. I mean, there's been barely a ball missed. The safety between these two have been excellent. Well, this could be where the deadlock's broken here. Wayne with a chance on a red. Left corner, up the table. Got to go for it.
So he's playing the follow through. So see, he was going to always hit that red there, so I don't see why he hasn't screwed up into it and just played the pot and screwed into it for the black.
I suppose if you're going to play it, you've got to go for it full-bloodedly, and he was kind of in between, wasn't he? See, what you'll notice now, the point I was making about his cue action is all going well. In the last second, it's a very quick final stroke. Watch this. It's all a blur at the end, isn't it? It works for him.
Well, look, his first shot was such a good positional shot. He's getting the danger out of the way now. Although he's just ran a little bit too far to make this comfortable. So he might have to play a cannon on the black here.
Might have to push the black on and off the cushion.
Oh, it's all gone wrong.
No.
I mean, the black is buried, isn't it? You can just drop onto it, though, and black will hit the cushion.
He needs to get the black to cover the red into the left.
Well, I suppose he's thinking he doesn't even mind leaving it, I suppose. This is going to be a right nervy one, isn't it, this? That's a good shot because, well, I say good shot, he's left the red, I suppose. I was thinking he'd covered the red up the table, but looking back, he's left this one, which is not such a good shot in the end. Well, that was a better shot. In fact, Wayne's shot was not quite good enough in the end, it turns out. But see how many Mark can make here. Very unusual way of playing. I was watching it again there. The back arm is kind of quite a long way up the queue as well, isn't it? So he's not. It's quite a short queue actually, right?
7.
Yeah, held the spot. Did he hold the spot? Yep. I do like these players that play, you know, easy-ish for the money. Neil, do you know what I mean? This, no matter if it's got a cue and a ball in it, he's going to play it to try and earn some money. He's an old-school snooker player, turned to pool, and now he's having a bit of the 900. Anything with a cue, if he can think he can earn some money.
14.
Fair point, isn't it? You're right about that. And the other thing is, he's not going to play the wrong shot very often, is he? Because he's an old fox.
Yeah, he's a fighter.
Knows the game. So the cue action is not as slick as some, but I tell you, it works.
He's fighting for his livelihood.
Yeah, well, there you are. That last shot tells you, doesn't it? 4 points in running. That's all he was looking at there. He's not got a very big lead. That's the only thing. He's got a few in front, but not that many. 23. And Wayne was pretty good at the end of his win against Alfie Lee, wasn't he? Got over the line. Still time for him to do so again here.
Yeah, I think Mark's got a shot to nothing here. Into either pocket.
Lucky. It's the problem when you get near to those. People think it's a shot to nothing, but it's only a shot to nothing if you get it or the red clears away. Cue ball going into the reds? Was it a bit thin?
Yeah, it could be a bit thin. But depends how.
Yeah.
Oh, he's hit it thick. Still missed the pack.
Yeah.
So, can he get through to this? He's just playing cushion first to dump on it.
If you think you've seen Wayne Townsend play before, I'll tell you where it would have been. Anyone out there who's a snooker fan, he played in the first ever Home Nations, the English Open in Manchester, and he was beaten by Kyron Wilson on the show table. That was as a result of him getting to the English Amateur Championship final. So he's played, you know, on the big stage without any success, it has to be said. Now, Lee has just bolted. He's very interested to see where that cue ball was going there, Lee, weren't you?
Yeah, the greens touched the cushion, otherwise it would have been a foul. And
Did the red not reach the cushion?
I don't think so.
I see what you were doing there. You were really.
I was like, I was getting a bit excited.
No, I know. That's good.
Oh, he's over it. That
squeak.
They've been playing that shot and overhitting it for a fraction, haven't they?
Yeah, because they'll find the finishing short, aren't they? It's got to go in. They're not going in for Wayne, are they, at the moment? I mean, he could have really done with that one. He has got time, but they're the sort of chances you've got to gobble up, I think.
And this is when Mark Gray's just really got to look at the time.
I mean, why don't he just touch this bottom red? Oh, that's what he's going to do. Just touch this bottom red.
Yeah, don't bring it off the cushion. Just see, this is clever.
It's like watching sort of some kind of nursery cannons with only 2 balls being played. Wayne's got to try and make things happen here. He's been kept out completely.
Yeah, he's not going to do anything flash here. He's just thinking, just over 2.5 minutes left, 23 in front. I know it sounds nothing at all, but Is he just gonna?
He's a wily individual, isn't he?
Very. I mean, that's a good shot. It was risky as well.
That's a good shot still. You know, he's still in there punching, waiting for something, but the chance is going to have to come in the next, I think, 2 visits to the table, or else it might be too late.
Yeah, it was a good shot there from Wayne. Very similar to Mark's shot, the shot before. So he's gonna try and swing this round. Loads of left-hand side on that. This is a good shot.
Wayne's going to have a go for one here, I think. I think his patience is running thin now. You have to smash this red in and clear up. Well, not clear up, but get over 23. I tell you what, no point in taking a long time on it. Either you do or you don't.
He's going for it. I think he knows.
That's it. Mark Gray's all business, isn't he? He's all business. He's taking as much time as he needs.
And he's not going to do anything to push the bow out here.
He clocked on about 14 minutes ago and he'll be clocking off in a minute. Job done. Well, it's either now or never for Wayne Townsend. Certainly as far as tonight's group is concerned. This has got to go in. I think he's going to get bageled here. That's what they call it in tennis, you know. If you get beat 6-love, 6-love, and if you score nothing in a 15-minute frame, I suppose you've been bageled in this format.
Yeah, there was a bit of movement there on that shot as well. He had a look to see if it went in before he did it.
Yeah, no, he's been... Mark Gray has done a job on him here.
Yeah, but he's still doing it as well. That's it.
Sand and cement treatment he's getting, and that's it all over. Mark Gray wins comfortably, 23-0, and Wayne Townsend has been schooled. He'll be back Wednesday. Mark Gray will be back in the final in a little while.
Hello, welcome back, and great you're still up and enjoying the snooker. It is cocoa time here. But I always say it's not bedtime because we've got loads more snooker to come. What's in your cocoa tonight?
Cocoa.
Cocoa, drop of vodka as well.
Okay, pure honesty, I like it. Right, let's reflect on what has been already a great week. And actually, Joe Perry put a tweet out. He said, fancy this could be the best week yet on the 900. If Alfie is anything like his dad, he's going to be some player. Let's reflect on those that didn't win their match tonight, starting with Alfie Lee, because he looked good, really good.
Yeah, what can you say? But they're all good. So, of course, he just let the foot off the gas. Wayne could just see the red through the Watford, as you called it, and he's done
Cumberland.
he's done a job on him at the last minute.
That was a good start, actually, wasn't it? It was a nice close frame, two nice players, and Alfie Lee will be fine, I'm sure that, and he'll be back tomorrow. He's a confident lad, I think.
Nice to see that Joe is watching, Joe Perry, so shout out to Joe. And also looking to Declan Lavery, he didn't get going at all. He's a better player than that. He's been in the last 16 of a shootout. He practices with some top players in Northern Ireland, Mark Allen, Jordan Brown, Raymond Fry, so we'd expect that he'd be a little bit stronger tomorrow night, would you say?
Yeah, but don't forget he came up against Mark Gray, and you know he hasn't done too much wrong, has he, tonight?
Complete sand and cement, Mark Gray, what he's done to two players tonight. He's completely kippered them.
I think they call him granite, don't they? And of course we saw Vito Puopolo. He put in a fine performance, yet he didn't beat Aidan Owens all the way from Canada. It's great to see him here, and he's definitely a player that has got talent.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing him again tomorrow night, actually.
Yeah, I mean, just one wrong shot he's played there. I mean, he's potted the black, but he's not played position. He's on 34. If he stuns up, it's just a simple stun up into the red above. All right, he's got to dig down on it a little bit, but the cue ball wasn't that close. If he stuns up into the red, he's going to make 50.
And that's game over.
Yeah, game over.
And of course, Dominda Lilly, who lost out to Ryan Davis, who we'll see in a tick.
Yeah, he was very solid, Ryan Davies, because that was a good safety exchange there. He's, they both played good safety. Yeah, Dominda did have ball in hand and only made, what was it, 7 or 8 from it, and then
that's your pet hate at this stage,
isn't it? They just
you can tell every time Lee becomes enraged and his eyes widen when they don't make the right decision. I'm a bit frightened sometimes. I've been in the box with him when that happens.
He's
I can't help it. I can't help it. I just want to put the white ball for him. I mean, I know I'm looking at it from a different position than they are, but
you can see the passion there.
But my hands are sweating, all the time they're in there when it goes ball in hand, because I'm thinking, think about where it's difficult.
It's clear up, son, now, isn't it? That's in your head, isn't it?
Yeah.
But, listen, it's the 900 after all. It doesn't happen the way you expect. How do we see Aidan Owens and Ryan Davis going? Just to say that Davis is favoured 8-11. Would that be about right? Evens for Aidan?
Well, yes, but I thought Aidan looked really good in this format. He's an experienced player, more so than Ryan, but Ryan is coming through. Of the two of them, if you saw that one match, I think Aidan's got a chance of winning.
What about yourself?
I think Ryan played very well, but Aidan is a great long potter and is very capable and is a quick thinker.
OK, going to be an interesting match, isn't it? Aidan Owens and Ryan Davis then next for a place in tonight's final. Let's cross over to Billy Castle to start with in the commentary box.
Yeah, welcome back, folks. That's a good second semi-final we got on our hands here between Aidan Owens and Ryan Davies. Should be an interesting matchup.
Aidan Owens to break.
Yeah, they both played well in their opening games. Welcome back, Lee.
Looking forward to this one, Billy. Oh, terrible break-off, but he's got away with it. Or has he? Because this is a chance.
Yeah, he's such a good long pot of Ryan that you do fancy him for these when he goes for them.
Have some of that. Stun run-through. A stun run-through. Most people would just stunned off with it. That's a great shot.
How confident did he play that shot, Lee?
That's a tough shot to play, that one. Some players would have played that with more backspin and just come off the one cushion out for the black. He stun runs there. That's a great shot.
8.
He could... I know I'm not thinking too far ahead here, but get low on the black.
9.
Straight, isn't he?
Slightly a big bounce there, wouldn't it?
Yeah. You know, because he had a red below the pack there, he could have left a little half ball screwed out of him. I was thinking Maxi's on.
Oh, you are wishing for Christmas early, aren't you?
No, I've been impressed with Ryan. Like I said, you know, the more confident he gets out there, the more he gets to know this table. He's going to be so tough to beat this week.
That's a beautiful shot.
Seventeen.
It's just how clean he hits the ball, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, this is a shot now.
Got to stay low on this, Billy.
Oh. Yeah, he's not. It's not the bouncer. He's not played to stay low on that, has he? He's just.
24.
He's quite happy to take the red and black here. Maybe go into him off the black if he's not on him. He's got like a little lead there. He's built up.
25.
But for me, the shot was finished low on the red there. Screw off of him.
But listen, he's going into him now, Billy. Whatever happens, just a nice, solid stun shot, or even a screw shot.
32.
So he's got one into the green bag.
By the way, he's been playing these shots. He's been hitting these with authority all night long. He wasn't too far away from that one. He's not done a lot of damage there neither, has he? Because Hayden can't roll up to this pack here, so he's got to be careful he doesn't leave the red over the top left pocket.
Yeah, I'm with you though, Billy. I think he should have left the cue ball low on the last red, and anyway, that's gone now. So that chance is gone.
That's a good shot from Hayden now. Unless this red goes to the middle, but I don't think it does. He's blocked the angle off.
Oh, I think it goes, but it's tough because he's leaving.
Tough.
He just rolled it in like it was over the pocket, Billy. What do you know?
You know, he's played some already shots here, and this open part of this frame, it's just.
Yeah, he's kind of showing why he's favourite for this week in this one frame, and we're only 4 minutes into it.
Oh, that's unlucky.
5.
That's what I'm saying for a kid of his age. You know, we've seen a lot of youngsters in this tournament already. You know, and they've been a little bit rash maybe now and then, but where he's got an all-round game. You know, everything he does is safety side of it, his potting, his break building is just all measured. You know, for a young kid, he's got such old head on his shoulders, as they say.
Fine, Davies, 5.
Yeah, made a bit of a meal off that brown though, and he's left this. Has he left this long one for Aidan?
Yeah, well, Aidan's down to it quite
He's
quick.
either potting the long one or he's chipping the one in. So, oh dear.
Yeah, he's down to that quite quick there, Lee, wasn't he? You know, Ryan's left-handed as well, so this road is straightforward for him.
Yeah, 37 up.
You know, he's put the pressure straight on Aidan though, and from the start. I know that red was easy, but he's took it straight to him, and he's forced a mistake off of him again.
1.
You know, this frame could be over very quick. The way it's going.
Nine.
Will he be playing to go into him, Lee, or do you think just go for the single red hats in the open? He's got a nice lead.
But what he did earlier on is he's playing to nick a few points.
He's like I say,
nothing wrong with that. He's got a very good
16.
lead now.
I say he's got a.
But you know, Billy, there's still 9 minutes left, and there isn't a ball on the cushion at the moment.
No.
So.
Oh, he's got a nice angle.
Seventeen.
For that little flick from the brown, he's have to have a nice angle to go into these. I mean, he's got a good lead. If he doesn't land on one, even going into the pack like this, Lee, at a bit of pace, even if you push a red or two to the cushions, it's...
Yeah.
He's got
Just got to be careful he doesn't accidentally pot one. He kind of played it nicely, didn't he? He's just been a bit unlucky there that the cue balls ran off the side of the pack.
He's got to remember to hit a cushion here.
Yeah.
Which he has.
Fine, Davies, 19.
Hayden's got to be going for this red.
Yeah, they're all sitting there if he can knock it in. It's the wrong side of that.
Yeah, Ryan will be coming to the table. We're very happy, and I should imagine he'd be very relaxed now. Leave, 56 up. He got his opponents all sort of trouble.
One.
You have a bit of kick on that?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what happened there. All I know is he's not really on it now.
Rolled a black to the cushion, is he?
That's, I think, just dump it onto the cushion.
Fine, Davies, 1.
Even better.
He has left a red to the middle though, which he can be on the blue or pink afterwards. She's got it. Good shot.
Yeah, very nice. So plenty of time left, Billy.
Yeah, he's got loads of time. Oh, Hayden.
Hayden Owens, 1.
Pressure builds up on you, doesn't it, when you...
If he'd have potted that, he could have got Ryan thinking there a little bit.
One.
Yeah, sometimes you put all that effort into potting that difficult red into the middle, and he's just not took long enough on that green, Billy.
No, he's like I say, potted such a good red to the middle there, Lee. Like you said, he's sort of took the green for granted there. Wade needs a snooker now.
Yeah.
So I think he'll be in behind the blue here.
Cool. Talk about turn the screw.
I'd be giving it a handshake, Lee.
Yeah, that's horrible. I mean, he's got to hit a red here, but I don't think it matters.
It's a nice shot if he lands on
I
his
tell you
red.
what.
What a shot.
What a shot he's played there. I mean, that's the shot of the night.
Brilliant shot.
I mean, could be a little bit too late, but might as well show your class.
Yeah, McManus will be proud of that one. Just flicked another red on the cushion. Nice pot.
1.
No, just be about getting his arm on the table, Lee. He's put himself into Wednesday's final anyway, so that'd be an handshake, I reckon.
Hayden Owens, 1.
Yep, there you go,
Trim
folks.
Ryan Davies.
That's Ryan Davies through to the final tonight. Will be coming up straight after we've had a little chat about it, I suppose. So we'll see you very shortly.
One more match tonight, 3 nights this week, of course, week 4, and we've seen some excellent snooker this evening already. Lee Richardson and Neil Foles joining me. And to talk about the final, I guess, first up, before we make the draw for tomorrow night, and we've got Mark Gray, even money, Ryan Davis, 8-11. Who would your money be on?
Well, Ryan Davis was a favourite at the beginning of the night, so he's still going to be favourite. Mark Gray's played very well. So they've both been the best players tonight. They've both been very solid. Possibly Ryan Davis' long potting's been a little bit better, would you say? And yeah, but Mark Gray knows how to win.
So who is your money on?
I'll go Mark Gray tonight.
Okay, all right. Neil?
It's tough. I mean, they're both left-handed players, but they couldn't be more different in their style, their technique. Mark Gray he's got a really good defensive game. He knows the game inside out. He knows Paul inside out. He's a real Q sportsman, as we were saying. Ryan Davis, up and coming, brilliant potter, brilliant scorer. He's probably going to go further in the game. In fact, I guarantee he goes further in the game than Mark. Whether he went over 15 minutes, I don't know. I'll go with Ryan, but I can totally understand, why he'd go the other way.
Mark Gray's kind of your poor man's Mark Selby.
Yeah.
In this situation, in a 15-minute frame.
Yeah. Listen, he's a very, very clever player, but he's got to overcome a real big scorer and a great potter in Ryan Davis. He got in first, and that was it. He was brilliant.
They've both been very good tonight, the pair of them, as you've said. Marcus has been really tough. His safety's been excellent. But Ryan has shown us that he's got the all-round game, but he can score as well.
He has. He's a big scorer. Mark Gray's been like a matador, just keeping it that simple, taming his opponents.
But how good was the first red from... Sorry, I've got to mention that red. The first red of that semi-final there, he's stun-runned off 2 cushions. I mean, not a lot of players play that shot that way.
Billy Castle went massive. Maximum, he's saying.
I know, after he's been drinking as much as Rachel.
What was in that coffee? That cocoa?
I think the cocoa's gone to all of your heads. When I asked you what was in it, I was expecting marshmallows or something like that. I think we're just about ready for the draw. Ooh. So if we can get your...
Right, Neil, I'll hold the back for you.
Go on then. OK. We have number 1.
Number 1... is
Alfie Lee, isn't
Alfie
it?
Lee, yes.
Right, I'm going in.
Yeah, don't get too excited now.
Okay. Number 2.
Number 2 is Declan Lavery from Northern Ireland. That's a big match already.
2 guys who lost tonight.
Yeah.
8.
Number 8 is Andrew Greaves from Hull. He plays on the World Seniors Tour.
Yeah, I know Andrew Greaves well. Good player.
Andrew will play.
Number 7.
7, David Taylor, the Silver Fox at 79, back on the TV.
Interesting one. Now we have number 5.
Number 5 is Hayden Pinney, young talent from Plymouth.
My nap.
My nap as well.
All right, come on, get on with
Tell you
it.
what, he can never hold the weight of the shoulder, all this weight on his shoulders.
Number 4.
And Hayden will play Daminda Lilly, former IBSF world champion, of course, we've seen already tonight.
Yeah, and he's had a practice as
Number 6.
Number 6 is Jasmine Bolsover, under-21 women's world champion back in the day, 2015.
Number 3.
And she will play number 3, Vito Puopolo from Canada. So
very interesting.
There's the draw tomorrow night. Just a reminder, if you've never watched the 900 before, well, we've missed you. We're glad that you found us. The 4 losers from tonight will join 4 new players. So that's exactly what we've just done there, the draw for the schedule tomorrow night. So really fun evening so far. And, of course, just one more match to go. You're going with Gray, you're going with Davis, and I'm expecting a real high-quality affair.
I think so. It's set up to be. Normally, the sort of Monday night is like everyone's trying to find their feet. They're all new to the game. They're tricking with the table, the spotted white ball, and things can come unstuck. But it's been a good standard tonight.
Very good. But it's a real contrast, these two.
Indeed. Right, so there is the draw. We will confirm that later in the show. For now, though, I think we're just about ready for the final. We're going to take a little break. Thanks to Lee, to Neil, of course. We'll see you back in the commentary box, and hopefully we'll see you in a couple of minutes' time.
Welcome back, folks, to the final, day 1, week 4. Mark Gray's going to break off against Ryan Davis. What a game this could be.
Interesting match, isn't it? Just the difference in the two players' styles. But where it's going to be difficult, for Mark Gray, let's be honest. I think I can understand why this man is favourite. Mark's got to stop him scoring, and that's the hard bit, because he's a big scorer. He's broke off well though there, Mark Gray. Hard to keep a good player down for a quarter of an hour, isn't it? Without him breaking free and getting a chance.
Yeah, but you have to remember that Mark Gray is also a good player, and has scored and has made 1 million century breaks, and beaten good players. He's beaten players better than Ryan Davies, so he's just not doing it anymore because he's playing a different sport. And he ain't going to do it tonight if he misses those.
Because the other thing, he is a really good 9-ball pool player, playing the Mosconi Cup and all that, but as we know, and this is not even a controversial statement, the pockets are enormous, aren't they, on 9-ball pool tables? It's very much a tactical game. I think as we see that shot missed, you don't really see the big shots missed very often, do you? It's more how they get the chances.
Yeah, definitely. So a couple of misses there that we didn't expect, Neil. And this is, see, changed his mind.
He don't want to risk anything, does he?
No.
Sending a message to say, look, draw up a chair up that bulk end. I'm going to keep putting you there, all right? That's what he's saying.
He's saying you're going to have splinters in the end of your fingers off that bulk cush.
Mind you, it wouldn't be on him to drill this in, Oh, that shouldn't be allowed. Shouldn't be allowed, Lee, should it?
Yes. Well, you called it, Neil. What a great shot.
Yeah, this is the problem. You can't stop players. You've got to score before them, because someone like Ryan's going to get in. Don't want to roll up behind the yellow.
I didn't know whether he's going to play the yellow into the pack there. Open the reds up. Can he do it off the green? Oh.
Thought he might have even gone for the brown, but I think there was no red waiting for him had it gone in.
No, I think he's tried to open the pack there with the colour and just hasn't. He didn't catch the meat part of the pack.
It was worth seeing that again, wasn't it? That long pot, but you have to keep potting them from down there.
Be careful he doesn't hit the black here.
Ooh, what a mistake! And you know why he did it? Exactly for the reason you said there, Lee. He didn't want to hit the black, so that was on his mind. But nothing's worse than what he ended up doing, is it?
No. So have a think about what you're going to do here, Mark. He's just looking.
Problem is, there's not much on after this red, so I wonder if he could pop the red and cannon the other two reds that's down the black. I don't think he's going to play it, but it's an option,
So, is he going to chip the black into the pack?
These could go anywhere. He's got to play it. Got to play it. Didn't exactly go into the big, did he? But he may still have one.
Did he play that with a touch of left, Neil?
If so, he had the wrong side on it.
Yeah, I don't think it needed any side.
I just get the feeling that Mark doesn't really want to be in that much. He wants to try and just chip away and keep a lead. It's hard to do. Hard to do. He did it to Dwayne Townsend. But, ultimately he's going to have to get in and make some, I think, to really hurt Ryan Davis.
It's kind of an exhausting way to play, isn't it? When you're constantly thinking.
You're thinking about what your opponent can do. To be fair, that was a little unlucky. He played it quite well, but here's the situation where he's got to find a cushion here. And this touching ball, that certainly helps.
That makes it lovely and easy.
Yeah.
Straight in behind the brown.
Ryan might as well just stand there. He's got a stall there. Put that stall up at the other end, just about there. that's where you're playing all your shots from. For now.
Again, another good safety shot.
Yeah.
So I know it's much easier when the ball's touching. You can just play away. Every snooker player in this competition knows exactly where the cue ball's going if it's touching.
Again, got to hit what I should hit. Yeah, again, he's never going to fall for that trick. So I think I'm going to call him the Matador. He's just on the defensive all the time, isn't he? Playing with Ryan Davis at the moment. Of course, you know what sometimes happens to Matadors?
Yeah, they get spiked.
They get gored.
Gourd might be a bit strong for a game of snooker, Neil.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't mean literally. Look at what he's doing. He's taking all of his time as well. I mean, I tell you what, he's not going to be doing anything too flashy, I can tell you that.
No, but it was a good long red as well. That's what I'm saying.
Good.
So, you know, he's still potting. He might not have the flamboyancy of.
Cue ball's going up the other end.
Ryan.
I know that much. I'll just stake my life on it. Yeah, this is just good to watch, isn't it? This is an interesting way of playing.
He's got a shot to nothing here, is he? He's just having a look now. That red on the right goes underneath the green. Into the left-hand black pocket. And for sure that cue ball's going up. Behind the brown. Oh, he's called it a bit thick.
Yeah, but he's, again, look at the table. It's not nice, is it? And he's gone in front of the brown, which is a little bit lucky for once. I tell you, Ryan Davis must be getting a bit frustrated with this because at the moment he's just not in the game. But there is still time for something to change.
Yeah, good shot. That's all he could do, Neil, was the dump shot. Leaving the cue ball down there on this work. But he's left it. I think he's left 2 balls for the middle pocket.
Well, again, he's just occupying the table. I don't think... Be interested to know what he does play here. It's quite a big shot to get from brown to red. It might be the only way, you know, of Ryan Davis getting back in.
Yeah, he's good enough to make this pot, though. I don't think he won't play it.
Yeah, but he didn't play on the red. That's what I'm saying. He's having none of that. He's basically parking the bus, isn't he?
In his Matador outfit.
Yeah. All of those things. It's not one of those dreams you have. Anyway, now this is opening the reds up. I don't think he wanted to do, but they've all gone on the cushions.
And he's stuck him in front of the brown, so he's you know, a little bit more hampered if he wanted to play the red on the left side of the table.
Now, the red on the left is in play here, isn't it, on this shot?
Yeah, he's got, again, he doesn't want to hit it thick. Nicely done.
Now what's Mark Gray going to do? He's at long range himself for the first time in a while.
Still just under 6 minutes left, so there's still plenty of time to score 30 points.
Trying to whip the cue around over the right side of the reds here. See the side he's putting on.
Nice shot. That could have gone really wrong.
Ryan Davis probably thinks he's going to have to go for this. And he could pot this mine the way he zips them in.
Doesn't want to hit it too hard, though.
See, your potting gets blunted by all those safety shots you face, doesn't it? That's the game.
Yeah, it was a tough one though, that one, Neil.
Yeah, it was not easy.
It, you know, kind of like just playing the pot. Yeah, it had nothing to go for after.
Again, he's got to hit a cushion here, but I would expect him to find a way of doing that. It's a little bit hairy, wasn't it? But he's managed it. Ryan Davies shown great patience, but at some point, patience might run out. He's left a gap through to the red.
Still got a bit of hamperage in front of the brown.
Table's getting more awkward though, isn't it, to score if the chance comes as well. Red's going near the cushions. Not one colour on its spot. It's like Harran District League Division 4, the way the balls are, not the standard, just the table. You see that really fast cue action?
Yeah.
5.
At the moment, he's just completely becalmed his opponent. And no one else has been able to do that this evening.
So doesn't want to cannon this red underneath the black. It's nice. A little bit check on, a little bit left-hand side on that.
6.
He's all over Ryan Davies here. He's a lot of cunning and guile, isn't he?
He's just taking the right amount of time as well, Neil. So just when he's down on the shot, the bleeps come in nearly every shot now. That was a bit of a shocker.
Yeah, but he won't care. He won't care.
He could have stunned that round off 2 cushions, been nowhere near those balls. But now, doesn't even have to go for one, Neil, if he doesn't want to.
No, this is where it could be dangerous for him if he does and misses. Well,
see,
there you are. There's your answer.
Finally, I've been saying it for weeks. You do not have to go for one when you've got a lead.
You've met someone that plays the game how you think it should be played.
Yeah.
Lately, haven't you, in Mark? Oh my goodness me! What a shot!
Oh, he's going to be sick about that. And this is when everyone else sees Lee. You should have gone for that long red, the one before.
Well, if he wins this, he's done really well because he's been kept so quiet. See, another left-hander that plays with the rest right-handed I spotted there. I've noticed that before, actually, with him when I watched him in that shootout where he did well.
So, 30 in it. He's got 4 reds just here.
8.
With pinks. So he's gonna... Oh, there's the other red that he's got out.
Now,
so all of a sudden...
It's getting very interesting. What a move this is. It's late.
14.
But all of a sudden he's banging this. He's got work to do, but he's in there with a chance.
So...
15.
This is it then. Pink, followed by 3 reds and pinks. How are we looking? Oh. Could have done with being a bit straighter on this, because now he's going to cannon. He's going to cannon other reds.
Still needs to pot 6 balls somewhere because he's not going to take the black. He's odds against still, big odds against.
It's all gone wrong now.
If he can screw this pink in and get on the red down the cushion, it gives him a squeak. He's got to play that shot, I think. He's not done it. And that goes up there a little bit.
And Davies 22.
Yeah, it was the shot when he rolled the pink in. He landed high on the reds, which means he had to play the cannons. And that's when it can all go wrong. He marked running the clock down.
Yeah, the Matador. He's tamed everybody tonight. He's found his own way of doing it, hasn't he? Yeah. Great defensive skills. Someone that knows the game. He's clocked on and clocked off.
Couple of good long pots as well.
All business. Weighed in. And you were right. You were right to stick with him because he plays the kind of game you like, Lee.
Well, no, we all like to see it. You know, somebody put a long one and make 100, Neil. But you know, when it's tight, there's no. He's played the perfect game.
He really has played the perfect game. So it's the matador, Mark Gray, who wins tonight. Well played, Mark.
Welcome back, everybody, and congratulations to the first winner this week, Mark Gray. He joins Neil and myself now. You're like granite in that frame. Well played.
Well, I've been watching him, and he's potting long balls for fun, and even now I've played a perfect frame, and he screams a long red in, and I'm just thinking there's just too many balls on a tight pocket table for him to clear up. But as he kept going, I'm thinking, well, I don't know. So, yeah, it's a great result for me.
So many reds safe, but still there was always a chance that he could pull out.
Yeah, these young guns are fearless. You know, I haven't got a long pot in me anymore, so I have to just keep taking 16 and fudge. But, you know, luckily my safety game's got me through this week, tonight.
Well, I mean, the two long balls he did pot were screamers, like you say, but he wasn't going to get anything short to pot against you.
No.
Because you were absolutely like granite, hard as nails.
I've sort of come with a game plan because I don't play snooker much. So, you know I'm not going to play like I used to 25 years ago, and I wasn't the greatest then, but obviously I was a lot better then than what I am now. And I only play in like my local snooker league with friends on a Thursday night, you know, but I still knocking a few breaks here and there, but my game isn't consistent, and I don't really play enough to give myself a chance to be consistent. So I've been watching it week in, week out, getting to bed at 12:30, 1 o'clock every Monday, Tuesday night, you know, and I've sort of thought that you've got to come with a game plan. I've come with a game plan, just take what's there, don't go for anything rash, and hopefully that gives you a chance.
Well, I wouldn't want to be playing against you on a Thursday night. Wait all week for a game of snooker. Every shot's played under the cushion. I've nicknamed you the Matador tonight.
Oh, right.
You tamed the ball. I mean, he's a brilliant player, and you tamed him.
Yeah, well, I've been called worse, so I'll take that now.
Could be something else next week.
Yeah, I look forward to Wednesday night now.
Yeah, brilliant. And obviously so much on the line. I mean, obviously the Monday and the Tuesday, it's all about, you know, getting on money. And
well, it's great, you know, like some players are just coming to win the first frame. I'm thinking, well, win your first frame, then you're playing your next frame to guarantee yourself either 250 or 500, and then you're playing there for 500, and, you know, that's a good week at the office already. And
indeed, and then on Wednesday night you're playing for
so
a nice
you know,
as well.
Obviously I'm not favourite, but you go into that, win 3 more frames, it's 1,500, and then you go for the big 10. You know, in amateur snooker, it's unheard of to like be able to pick up £12,000. So
you've come with a tactical plan on the table. You know all the sums
the
as
money,
well.
All business is all business.
Yeah, you got to be.
Clock on, clock off, weighed in, Match next one up.
When you have a 9-year-old daughter, I tell you need to be.
What is your daughter's name?
Sophia.
Sophia. Yeah. I'm assuming she's in bed now.
She will be.
Might be able to look back on it.
And when I come back from tournaments now, she's not bothered about trophies. It's all about how much I've won. So it's all changing.
Will you be well able to tell her how much you've won? Congratulations,
Thank
Mark.
you very much.
We can't wait to see you back on Wednesday night. Of course, you'll be battling it out for a place in the grand final. So let's confirm the results for the first night of week 4. Then Mark Gray is champion tonight. He'll be back on Wednesday, of course, looking for a place in the grand final. He's beaten Ryan Davis, who is not out of the group by any means. He was favourite coming into tonight, and he'll also be back on Wednesday. Wayne Townsend, Mark also beat, and also Declan Lavery. We'll see those guys tomorrow evening. Declan Lavery, Alfie Lee, Vito Puopolo and Ryan Davis. So, yeah, it was a fun frame to watch despite all that safety play, because he tied Ryan in knots.
Oh, it's a great game of snooker, if you ask me. I mean, Ryan potted a couple of absolute steamers and he didn't have a chance, really. I mean, Mark Gray he's played the perfect frame there, really. Yeah, job done.
Brilliant. It was very good. It's actually good to see snooker can still be played that way. Ryan Davis, as I said to you, he's got a bigger future in the game, no doubt. But tonight, he was outplayed, outthought.
Yeah, brilliant stuff. So congrats to Mark Gray, and it is bedtime. Almost. We'll be signing off shortly, but let's just tell you what's coming up on the show tomorrow night. We just did the draw for the 4 matches to begin with. We're going to talk Alfie Lee, Declan Lavery, Andrew Greaves and David Taylor, and Hayden Pinney and Arminda Lilly, Jasmine Bolsover and Vito Puopolo. So they're the 4 matches that will be coming up from 10 o'clock tonight. Some real crackers there, Neil.
I think that's a very interesting draw, actually. Alfie Lee and Declan Lavery, they can both play better than they did tonight. One of them would be disappointed, of course, with that draw because they've 2 of the better players in the group. Andrew Greaves I've not seen, but David Taylor I have, but 40 years ago. That's going to be a fascinating game. I don't know what you think, but I mean, what about Hayden Pinney, our man, against Arminda Lilly?
See, that's a horrible draw for Hayden, isn't it? Andrew Greaves, I know he's a good, solid player. David have his work cut out there.
Interesting game.
Alfie and Declan, they'll both play better tomorrow than they did tonight. And and I'm looking forward to seeing Jasmine Bolsover and Vito.
A great opportunity for one of those 2 at the bottom there.
Yeah. All right, folks, that is a wrap for tonight. Night 1 of week 4. Thank you so much. It's been fun.
It's been great,
as ever, absolutely. To Lee, to Neil and to Billy Castle in comms. But most of all, thanks to you for watching. Night, night.